They were in an upward.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros! Sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1. You'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out alt mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as a CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Name 3 CS coaches.
Amiran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Emi?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, huh?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player. It's okay. But there was so many coaches you could have said. What was the first one?
Amiran. The coach plus and never junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CS. Go.
Grenades, rounds, maps.
That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I could see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred. Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant,
Valorant, Elden Ring,
Fortnite.
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I said. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
It's okay.
Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that.
I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Better.
Name 3 teams who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
Three thing Hunter hates. The fuck. I got lost. How do you say opposite to cucumber? The other thing. Pickles, like pickles, mushrooms. Losing in finals.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band or a CSGO team. Yeah. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one here.
Yeah.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Is that a band or a CSGO team?
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a CSGO team.
That's completely wrong.
Really?
That's a band.
That's a band.
Yep.
These nuts.
Yeah.
They're for sure gamers though. That's oh, that's tricky.
Fox Academy. Fox Academy. I mean, that gotta be a CSGO team, no?
Did you find out?
I don't know any other brand that's called Academy, so yeah, my goal is CSGO.
Well, there was a band. I straight throw you a shitty one.
Nothing but thieves.
This is what you.
100 thieves?
No, nothing but thieves.
This is band.
Really?
Nothing, yeah.
You know this one?
No, of course. Nothing but thieves.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro. I don't know, bro. Know about that, bro. A band called No, Bro.
No, bro.
Why would you choose that? That's more like a joke name for an open qualifier.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say CSGO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said the same, but it's actually a band.
Oh my god, dude. Why, dude? Oh, I'm gonna start this amazing band. Let's think about name.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Let's take that, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you know Double Pony?
Really?
Yes.
It's CSGO team. CSGO team.
Yeah. It's the famous one we played against.
Dark Tigers.
Dark Tigers, that's Czech team.
Oh yeah. Well yeah, so that is true. I knew that's the only team that I knew actually as well.
Yeah, that's a,
but yeah,
it's a
it is. Okay, it is. That was the easy one. I wanted to give you some confidence again.
Lincoln Vikings.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to do better.
Yeah, we have to practice against them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say bad. I'm just kidding.
Let me do another one.
CSGO team.
Lemon Dogs.
Really? Is there not? Is that one there? Oh, okay. CSGO team.
Yep.
X twice.
Okay guys, so we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea like where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be holding inside a connector, and Twist as the A playground player. Now the first thing to watch out for is Brokey's Molotov or Smoke inside a connector, and that's because it signals a B-sided default. Rain never throws a Molotov or Smoke in this way when he's defaulting connector, so just this detail alone will let the CTs know if FaZe are focused more on B. The second thing to watch out for also in the connector is whenever this flash is thrown. Now this flash signals a more A-sided default where Kerrigan is also in connector and FaZe as a whole are focused more on getting control towards the A side of the map. Now over on the CT side, we also want to know the basic positions of players on the map. We should be looking out for Rain as the A rifler, Brokey as the A opper, Kerrigan and Twist as the B players, and lastly Robs as the B rotator. The last thing to look out for is this close monster setup at B. Kerrigan and Twist like to play this setup quite often where one player is playing anti-flash and the second is taking contact. Being able to break this setup will be the key to hitting B. That's going to wrap it up. Look out for these tendencies the next time FaZe play on Overpass.
What up, Future Pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break. But shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these two dots as shown and jump out the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the back guy. Okay. On the back guy, too.
Oh, I didn't heal. I had 2 medis. There's so many little ants down there, actually.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh, go below, rush below the water tower. Or show it.
Yeah, good luck. It's good. Oh my goodness.
Both.
Going.
So, getting pushed by the zone, coming, going around the back. Yeah, I caught that on can to camera.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go
here at the red hut at the back. Okay. At this red hut rush. The big rock.
Going.
In the water one.
I got the water.
In between the rocks. In the smoke, in the smoke. A knife.
I was just waiting.
I lost 50 HP and didn't get where I needed to get. So. We'll put that one in the blooper reel, I think, right? 2 lighthouse front door. I'm just going.
Okay.
I got no idea. Oh, I'm on 1, on 2.
Coming. I'm going for the goon.
Close to me.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh lordy.
Making a pretty strong case. Yam throws it to the wind with 2, and it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
I love the fragging freedom tabson's gotten over the course of this new player's arrival. We get into a position where he can frag a bit harder and focus on that crosshair a bit more, but Crimbo's the one to do so here. You can hear Faven tracking them.
Julies for this here as well, so 30 bullets of doom here.
Crimbo set up to receive, and he's got really the perfect weapon for the job. They're going to come and test him. Holds his nerve, holds his aim, jiggles, not yet in sync. 2 confirmed short.
It's weird to swing him now, right? Knowing he has the Julies, he can just keep spamming, so they have to be careful about this. He's actually granted them a lot of space by dropping back. You also have Tizian on another pair of Julies, but he's locking down middle here. Note the smoke and the flash for Faven, depending on where that comes out. Well, there's the flash forward. A-execute starting to come together now, but still taking their time.
Yeah, but now across. Bomb not yet there yet. Inters to get it through. Crimbo still being kept a lid on. Finally deals with Hobbit, getting frustrated now as he's still got 14 bullets in the mag, and Tizian's Julies have struck as well. Tabson a double. Axal alone and no bullets. Wow, Big Clan just winning the war of attrition there.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. And staying in limbo with those Julies, right? That's key, because it means a lot more of the attention from the rotators coming in from Big can just focus towards top Crane. I think something we need to point out here is the fact that this is the map choice of Big, and they have been granted the CT side start. Players have opted to take this to the offensive here. Maybe that has something to do with how it ended yesterday on Ancient. You had 3 players who were absolutely missing. They're on the side of a milk carton, Nafni, Axal, and of course Inters were just nowhere to be seen during that matchup, and the Riders get across the line. And this, we need to point out the ramifications of another player's loss or a big win, because there's only 4 teams truly in contention for this group after what we've seen from Godsent and the Party Astronauts. Liquid have been looking hot to trot. Movistar Riders showing they're no slouch, and then it's down to players and Big here as well. So when we shake everything out on Sunday, matches like this are going to be worth their weight in gold. So it is important for players here to convert a game like this.
I'm sure that's been spelled out for them over the course of like the evening. Axal and Inters just went, no spoilers here or invasion of privacy, but they just were displeased at dinner, is all I'll say.
Yeah, I can only imagine. That third map, just not getting anything done.
Yeah.
Right? And 3 players. Normally it's, one guy, he's not getting any shots. 3 players just couldn't get anything going. And on this force spy, they've already taken some chip damage. Tabson in no man's land does take down Hobbit.
I do like it when a CT opts to go early sandbags, because it's only going to add more fuel to the you need to molly this every round. Here they come. Pop Flash is going to be in sync, is it? A bit ahead of the pack, though. Good find from Axal. He's opened up the site, goes for the wide swing, will draw crosshairs and draw blood. Nearly a double. Searson Scout does live on thanks to the extinguish. Retreat available for, or rather 3 versus 3. Now the bomb approaching, elevator smoked, and a safe, uncontestable plant.
They should flash and go here. They've taken too long, so there is a 3-on-3 now. The bomb not getting planted. Blinds up, Tizian with 1.
Yeah, that's perfect. Shira didn't get a chance to play. And they're up over. Oh, not bad. Great catch. Nafni strikes.
Panicking now. They think they're defusing.
Yeah, they are nervous. And walking in on it. They've got so much time for this. They can probably exploit a miss shot from Searson. Faven's done the damage, and they're around. Big Clan weather another storm on A. And I know I'm using that analogy twice in back-to-back rounds, but that's kind of what players are trying to create here. It smokes, it's slow, it's constant, it's a lot of pressure, but it is, at this time, dealt with.
Yeah, and here's the thing, with the second round of the game for both teams, you don't have all the utility you're going to see once we get to the full gun rounds, right? It's not all the ramps, smokes, and mollies coming in, the HEs to dissuade. It's a little bit more through bullets here. So well handled by Big there. I thought once they got into that 3-on-3, it could have been all over Red Rover. But the flash forward to initiate with the Tizian frag, that was huge. And a buyback from players again. I think they realized they can just win one early. Can start to amount a couple of rounds here against the German side.
Well, watch out though, Searson's got his AWP out. I'm a big fan of the Searson flick. You remember a Searson flick. Not going to be getting anything early. Instead dispatched towards short. I wonder how pushy he gets. Nafani's walking on up. In fact, we name a smoke after this man from his progressions up this ramp.
Yeah, Tabson needs to be aware that this is a possibility, right? You can see how far he is up already, minute 28, and he's kind of under the crosshair of Tabson right now. Okay, well, this definitely signals that they are in quite an offensive position on the ramp, and, well, not thrusting themselves forward big, they're just limping out utility, happy to chip away. Try and stall them out. Don't give them a free kill. Force them to actually take the fight before you have any action.
And we haven't really tuned into B Watch yet, but that was just a little update for you that Faven's going to be responsible for that. And you get Axal and Hobbit posturing to keep him on his toes.
So that's smoke here. This one should be bouncing off the back wall and landing on the stairs. And well-timed as well. We got about 45-second mark on the clock. They're going to try and boost up. And this just allows Faven to continue to play passive. It seems like it's a ruse towards B. Like I can see the bomb on Nafany floating back towards A here. You've got Tizian up close mid. Faven will probably have to be that fourth man rotating over to help. Utility left over. There's a molly, a smoke, a couple of flashes for the CTs to defend with. But this is very, very slow stuff from players here. 20 seconds now.
Lads, they're going to have to commit A. So Searson to be run down and Tabson to receive on site. Oh, they walk in.
Is the round over already?
Yeah, it is. I think so. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Searson's happy to collect. They can't get in the bomb. They're going to lose everyone. Oh.
Time probably.
He's going to try and survive, hide in plain sight, just using the smoke to just dash through and does go down after time. Okay.
A player's having like an identity crisis right now, and I'm not trying to make a joke there by any means. I just mean like in their approach to the game. It's been 3 rounds. They've attempted to go A. They force sport in 2 consecutive rounds. The first force buy was at least a little bit close, but this is so uninspired. Nobody took any action. Did we even see them take a single fight across the map before they were executing at 20 seconds? I don't think so. Yeah, shake of the head, because what the bloody hell is going on early? This is just all sorts here. I think a timeout has been called, and it has indeed. Just to maybe say, boys, look, we got to win the games. We've seen what happens in the other groups.
What do you think? Yeah, like I mean, let's not point fingers in no directions, but like where is the pointy part of their spear gone?
I don't know. It seems very dull. It doesn't seem threatening at all. Like, Nafany would normally, be running up and getting some fights. Players would want to fight him around the smokes, yeah. and nobody wants to give him a fight right there. They're just happy to allow Searson to posture with that AWP. Still very early days, right? Only 3 rounds, but already
I mean, I don't know.
A couple of things to notch on the board to worry about.
When was the last time you saw Shiro absolutely losing his
3 rounds into a game? Definitely not,
never,
right?
Never.
Now some aggression.
Yeah. So Searson could completely expel this. Now, this is a bit of a risk to be doing against Tech Knights and Armor. You can just run down, your AWP falls into enemy hands, and Shiro pops off. So,
I'm going to re-smoke this.
Yeah.
The reload coming.
Oh, no, this could go so wrong. Just like that, the AWP is on the floor. Tabson's giving him an M4. And Crimbo's going to have to save him. Now, they don't have Kevlar, but they do have that Shiro AWP, as we discussed. Searson going a bit over-aggressive, feeling himself after the 3-0. And run down. Good finds on the Tech 9s.
Pressure now, and there you go. Starting to give away a couple of kills here. Tizian's dead. Just one more on the side to find, and he steps into the same line. Too easy. Okay, well, that's a gift from the gods right there. I think that's going to, get you back in the game in a big way.
I'm chuckling just because the amount of times, you know, I thought it was just a matchmaking exclusive when you you haven't been keeping track too much of what your opponent's going to be buying. And you end up going for the first aggressive maneuver against the Tech 9s. That always just feels like a bit of a whoopsie. But I mean, I imagine it was calculated. It's not like Big Clan are going to let their finger off of the pulse of what's coming their way.
It's one of the things as well, that when you're spamming smokes and you're reloading behind them, it's so dangerous, right? Yeah. That's why you always want to keep a couple residual. You never want to be going for the reload in the open like that, because that is what caused the push. As soon as you hear the reload, like, oh, okay.
We've got
window of opportunity now, actually. Push on through. Seriously, if he misses, well, you see what happens. We can't, it's not a Gatling gun. He takes a shot, he's going to have to bolt. And 3-1 now, and that one, yeah, that might sting a little bit.
That's the remedy. That is the bloody horrible death. But that is the remedy for success, right? I mean, for the last round, Inter's died after time with $300 in his pocket. What does he leave with? An M4. That is just immediate resuscitation. We get to keep players head above water now, and it's going to be Big Clan that have to kind of stomach an awkward buy.
Yeah, the ramifications of that round loss are huge. This should have likely been a 4-0, stretching your legs, you're having a good time, you're in premium economy, you've been upgraded, the boss likes you, and now you're going, oh, hold up a second, I'm back in cattle class, and we're having to do a 3-man boost to find something cheeky early. Oh, and they will. That is cheeky. See you later, Nafany, Crimbo. Pivoting on the head there to grab the opener, and if they can bounce another one back here big, that will fire up the squadron. I'm sure NK will be getting loud.
Yeah.
And they're ahead of this smoke, right? So that's meant to operate as a bit of a one-way there that lands on out. The CTs can come play behind it and peer down ramp, but it also is just slowing them, scaling up further now with those jiggles that we saw on their, I guess, their first force buy. This never works.
No, I've never seen it pay off. And Crimbo being very audacious to pull it out against players. These boys are very well-ironed vertigo flight pathers.
If they just swing ramp, it's fine. But if they come up short, you're in so much strife. It's very rare, you know, they're unable to come up through that avenue. But as I just mentioned, they did go for a 4-man jiggle up ramp before. So here they come. They're not accounting for this.
At the moment, no. When does he choose to strike?
Oh, now would be good. That flash was great.
That's great catch. Kimbo waiting, baiting, completely baiting. And cleared. Good find from Inters. Sends him down 51 floors. Good denial, though. The bomb play on. Cancelled as Shiro knows where the last remains, and it's only Searson on the scout, so this should be a formality. All right, good recovery, triple kill out of Shiro, so he's had a double into a triple with the AWP from Searson, and that has put his team on the board and really just quickly dismissed Big Clan's chances of a dominant defensive start.
Yeah, really curious there from Crimbo. Once that flash came in and his teammate was already fighting, I guess he was attempting to be the safety net. All right, you know, I'll make sure I get the double kill once they enter the site, but he's just classically overcooked the pooch here. And his booty going to be sticking out. Inters just rips that one off. And way too easy, you're right. Shiro wants that AWPs in his hand, the impact being felt, and now we have the human centipede.
Except I don't think they're going to be having too much fun, as they didn't in the movie.
No.
Yeah.
There's that and Teeth. Those movies, if you're into some strange stuff, guys, I don't recommend it for your kids.
Teeth. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, that was popular at school.
What a great start for Big that has just gone horribly wrong by their own errors.
So quick. I mean, I don't know if it's just them either. Like, this has just been like 5 rounds of Counter-Strike where we've been tracking, like with the tally chart, the unforced errors.
How's he got 2? They've done well here to get 2 kills of their own of Big. Now, if they can grab that AK, yes. Good saves. Get on out, boys. We like the AWP. We like the AK. They're pretty good tchotchkes to take home.
Yeah, Tizian's probably... Or rather, I suppose Searson's happy that Tizian's got his AWP back. That was the last round that Shiro gets to kill him with his own AWP.
Say tchotchke.
Tchotchke?
Sounds fun to say, right?
Yeah. I don't know what a tchotchke is.
It's like a knick-knack.
Oh, cool. Tchotchke.
I learned it from an American when I was working at a metal festival doing merchandise, and he was like the rep for the festival. And we were talking about, like chains or maybe pins or like a bottle opener or whatever, and he labeled them as tchotchkes. I thought that was quite...
It's borrowed from Yiddish and is ultimately Slavic in origin.
Oh, okay.
It's a small bric-a-brac.
A bric-a-brac.
That's an alternative that we use in England. I'm guessing we stole that from the French.
All right, well, we're learning today.
Yeah, bric-a-brac, yeah, it is.
Where do you keep your tchotchkes? Do you keep
Victorian
it in
era.
a little jar? Maybe you put your tchotchkes in a little box. Maybe they're just on your desk. Where are your tchotchkes?
Decorative teacup, for example. That's the example we were given.
Never been big on collecting the china.
Nor have I.
Here we go. It is Gunnies. And Nafni getting a little bit funny. Double stacking mid right there, actually. Okay.
Yeah, and it pays off. Like, Searson's tried it a couple of times, this time with friends.
Better with friends.
It's always better with friends. And he's managed to get himself a nice opening kill with the AWP that's still in play ever since that second round. Shiro has purchased his second, brought a second into the fray, and Tabson responsible for short. There will be a deep Molotov. He'll exchange with a smoke, and smoke lasts a little longer, so short control maintained in the exchange. Time. Now, I don't think they're ever going to fall victim to the clock in the same way they did in their awkward starting.
Axel's still parked over towards B here, and Faven's giving him nothing, right? I've just been looking at this on the radar as both of them just been chilling. Haven't been doing a whole lot, but at least they know there's no B info or aggression. And now with Nafani's forward position here, they can start to softly execute and see what they can bait out. There's still enough time for a two-pronged attack.
I'm short, no one's looking. Why is no one looking? How has he struck such a chord, such a gap? Oh, good damage from Tabson. He reacts with a double of his own, and that's a good pickup as well. Searson ready for the short swing. I guess they just left it open. Round does conclude.
Did you see that right there as well? The way that players went to execute onto the site was they threw that running smoke off of the beam, and that one goes further into elevated room. It's something that I wish teams would do more on Vertigo, right? It's something that I know Kassad had his 100 Thieves boys doing.
As opposed to kind of the left and right side of site box.
So susceptible to spam and nades, right? Whereas if you get that deep elevator smoke in, you already have some presence short, you've mollied it, you spammed it, you make sure nobody's close in that corridor, you molly headshot, maybe you get a smoke heaven or you get a molly heaven as well, or sniper nest, whatever you want to call it, you can take a lot more space and it's less suffocating. You're not sitting there worried about getting spammed through. You're not having to... So it's just a way that well, I think, you know, it would be better for teams to see them using that time and time again, but a cheeky way there to facilitate Syrison. And we were talking about this yesterday in the Party Astronauts game. I don't think we saw as much of it as what was necessary, but in this game it would be key. Setting up your AWPers to find openings. When you have an AWPer that can hit shots, right? I know that sounds silly. Everyone's AWPer should be able to hit shots, but the mandatory kill like that, it's great. Now, this is about to get spicy.
Bro, Tizian is hard committed to this. His responsibility is middle, and he's just going to assume he can exploit the expectation. Knocks off the head. Shiro catches him on the retreat, but mission accomplished. It's 2 for 1 trade.
That feels huge already.
Yeah, mission, I don't want to say accomplished. This is totally recoverable, but Tizian, he backs himself. He backs his aim, and he gets a double.
Another push here. So they've already got forklift room as well. tabseN should be good in another weird position. They're not going to expect this. That has been 3 of the kills on an angle. Make it 4 that they're not even ready for.
Oh man, big. I truly believe the conversation was, let's get under these boys' skin. If they're giving you all that space, you know, what did we say when we were talking about players yesterday with Movistar Riders is that they give you so much respect. You can kind of start laying down the disrespect.
Yeah. Well, playing your own game and then some, right? That from Tizian right there. If you get 1 and done, that's great, right? That's great. But you, they're gonna maybe the lineup here for Shiro. 1 and trade. Great stuff from Crimbo. They keep 3 alive and starting to heat up right now. And you consider this, I feel like Big should have already had 6. You know? I feel like they should have been up to a massive lead. But if this continues to trend in this direction, you can see why they picked the map here. It's going to be the second timeout called from Groove. Yeah, just angles you're not ready for. That third kill came in at a minute 15. So really just understanding what they're up against here. Great stuff from Big.
Center yourselves, find some degree of peace. And, you know, it's going to be really, really hard for players, I think. I'd imagine that the mental side of Counter-Strike is going to be tested more than it's ever been tested before.
Oh, for sure.
And, you know, it is an individual basis. You really do just have to kind of win the battle in your own head to reset after what was a terrible day. And you could, if you start confirming in your head, oh, it's happening again, or this is permanent, this is bigger, I have to resolve this, you know, you can just spiral. So I do hope that we see players at least with the best foot forward. Now, Hobbit has decided on taking some initiative. He wants to try and show the team just how effective they can be, even on the light bikes. They've got enough util to facilitate a Hobbit entry. And he, is trying to, walk the flames. He's burning down. That was nearly the 100-0. Couldn't track it. They don't have Kevlar or anyone else. So already, talking of mental, this one's going to be a bit of a bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? There are almost entire utility sets to deal with that little lurky play there with that smoke now, right? In the beginning, it was hard. People didn't know what to throw. Now you see what we had from NIP the other day where they'd throw the block smoke that would land down the bottom. You can double molly. You can even start spamming through from different angles as opposed to playing over the top of the scaff. Oh, that's a bit of a flub from Syrison. And here they come with the A-ramp creep again. So tucking into a bit more of a retake setup on A right now, and they can afford to do this. There's no qualms here with this setup, knowing you have mollies, you have smokes, you have flashes for the retake, and you have the opening kill.
Minters takes a port bullet to the side. Oh, wow, good contribution, but the bomb plant cancelled. Axel's still a threat. For a second, he's gone down, and yeah, just a couple of clocks with no armor. And Hobbit, the one who unfortunately burnt almost all of his health. 85 damage done by the flames, and it was tabseN's molly and tabseN's bullet that concludes the round. That's 4 frags from him in that round, keeping a track on the scores on the doors. He definitely looks like he's having a very good Pro League, a very good Pro League group statistically. Top of the scoreboard again, and he was head and shoulders above the rest in their game just yesterday. Up against the Astronauts.
He's a very good player. He's been a very good player for a long time. Yeah, and the thing is, I think when it was obviously with the Zentara situation or the Gate situation, there's a bit more lag in communication. That's where you've seen him affected a little bit more. But now it's the native tongue. It's the Deutsch. No problems there. And look, if Syrison can play at 80% of his level and tabseN can play at 80% of his level, you're onto something here. You're onto a winner, actually. You just need the rest of your teammates to start contributing. And I don't think we've seen exactly what faveN is going to be able to offer at this highest level yet, like at least consistently, right? He hasn't been in the team for very long. I'm keen to learn a bit more about Crimbo. This is about to get spicy for tabseN.
Oh, he's a dead man. Multiple
Or is he?
targets. He nearly takes 2.
Look at the
nades. Oh, their health is completely shaken. And Big, they will not stir.
That angle's been adopted by tabseN a couple of times now, so it's quite clear that he's found something that he knows he can be very jarring, and it stalls them out in an awkward position too. So we're trying to reroute up short here. Good luck.
Definitely seems like Big have prioritized destabilizing the players' starts. Tizian's forward angle, tabseN willing to go one and done.
Feven can flank from B here quite quickly as well. We don't need to keep tabs on it right now because we have the focus on the A side, but you can see that camera angle there showing that he can respond to things. There's a headshot molly. I think it's a little bit... Tizian should be fine. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, perfect. Some effective Molotov. Big clan, do they go? Or do
they're saving.
Leave? Yeah, they're actually going to give players the control.
Okay. I suppose the unconfirmed damage that's done to the likes of Hobbit, the chip damage done to Shiro and Axel here, they're not to be awares, but didn't feel like they gave the tail end of that round that the Kraken probably deserved. So, playing the long game here, we'll concede a fourth to players. Plenty of cash to splash, no dramas there. The loss bonus is the thing that would spur them onto a save like this, just knowing that they're bottom of the barrel. 1,400 injected into their accounts. Once this bomb goes off, 3, 2, 1. That's the official sound effect.
Lovely message to start off our day from Just Plowden. He says he's waking up and getting stuff done and tuning in to the ESL Pro League. It's bringing him some joy. He loves Sponge and Machine, and respect, man, because I do too.
Okay, yeah, all right. Thanks.
I just had this image of this dude waking up, popping us on his telly and folding his laundry, and we're like, "Good morning, mate." You know, I wanted it to be a good vibe for him, and now it is. So let's continue the adventure. Round 11.
Aggressive maneuver here.
I'm a sucker for an Aggie Orp mid.
They're looking to exploit Inters again here. If Sirison can find him behind the Jenny.
It's going to be a tilter if you do get Orped like this. He's giving it up.
But that's enough space, right? If Sirison decides to go for a clear, Tizian can actually creep across into ladder room. And then again, they can be operating to try and close the door towards A because players have only really gone A, Alex.
They have, yeah. I don't know if we've actually seen anything in any way or shape or form interesting outside of this part of the map. So I think players are really rolling it back to OG and Vertigo in a dink exchange. tabseN tries the same trick again. This is going to go horribly for Crimbo. Yeah, just like that, Inters punishes the open sight. And what was a save now again is a 4v3, this time with worse health. But they're going for something. A stop nade and a stack nade. Leaves him on 10 HP. Where's the spray? Where's the follow-up? Nothing. Tizian to flank.
He can be noisy, but that's it. I think it's
another one.
Maybe they consider it here. Maybe they're coming in.
Yeah, Faven does catch Axel on the side. The retake smoke is in. They're low. It's going to have to be Sirison on it, I guess, unless Sirison can be the bodyguard. Faven is just defusing.
He's just defusing, guys. He's defusing. La.
Did they not hear it?
I just think that the thing is, and this has happened to players a couple of times. Remember, I think it was it Mirage yesterday? Where they took jungle control, and then Movistar Riders just diffused right under their nose?
Yeah.
Like, it's happened to them a couple of times. I think they're like... Only one of them spamming. Oh, no, make it 2. Yeah, okay. Cheeky.
Well, yeah, I mean...
criminal stuff
Let me put that in my pocket, and we'll bring that up for the desk, should we need it, if we keep talking about tilts, because just when it looked like players had managed to put it off, like this was about to really equalize the half, right? If you force Big to another 3-man save and you get 4 rifles back through the round, the bomb explodes, mission really does start feeling like a completed T side. You got 5 or 6, likely leads to 7.
And remember here, players decided to start on the T side of this. This is Big's choice.
Maybe they wanted to get out of the way?
And also I think it's like you get to set the tone of the game, right? As opposed to being dictated to, right? Seeing what they want to try and unravel. But yeah, it hasn't been the hottest of starts here. Now, things aren't out of control yet. Not by any means, not by any stretch of the imagination. It could start to get that way if Big continue to pack these rounds on. Nafany up to his usual tricks, and oh, there you go. So that molly landing in the cusp of the smoke will get the extinguish.
I can't quite fathom tabseN's bravery here, considering that it is a 2-2-1 setup as it currently stands.
I think they're just expecting it to be mid or B at some point because they've only gone A.
No, Exile's going to only encourage them as catching Tizian on the swing.
I would still just go, eh?
Yeah, look at the space. No, not today. tabseN caught completely unawares, and unless Searson's feeling himself, what a quick flick. Stylish, but the round is concluded. Nafany makes that clear.
Yeah, players, by keeping it simple, have just outbrained Big. So they've gone, all right, surely, we're so deep in the game round. This is round number 12 now. They're going to go somewhere else. They're going to try B for sure. And then as soon as Tizian goes down, okay, you're piecing it together. Well, Faven's been the B anchor. Tizian's here too. Where's the gap? Well, it's tabseN standing there looking like a little bit of a tit, just caught on the A site in the open. And yeah, by players just not changing anything up, they secure themselves a simple round. It's just the crawl, just the creepy crawlers coming up the ramp. And
oh, Faven's going to get 2. No.
Yeah, 2 bullets to the head.
2 bullets to the head. Thank you, Chadney. Yay. 2 drums and a cymbal fall off of a cliff. Boom.
I see some issues for Big now, Alex.
I do too. And it does bode well for the adventure that we're about to go on. That is this best of 3. I thought, you know, I missed the script meeting.
Okay.
I did, I'll be honest. I made some assumptions about how the script read for today. Turns out, players and Big Clan has a couple of extra chapters I may have missed and not anticipated. It's not just the players tilting off the face of the planet storyline. It is, this game is very much a determining factor of who is going to be that 3rd name in the playoff list.
Yeah, I think that, especially with the Riders performing as they have, right? They can still lose the rest of their games, right? And Big can still, after this, win all of their games. Let's assume that they lose this one, and it can still get real funky, right? Big can't come the Sunday, but just
head-to-heads,
it's going to get awkward. Yeah,
it's going to get really, really fruity. And the Movistar Riders have already taken down players. If you're Big Clan, if you want to be in the Movistar Rider spot, you probably have to beat them too.
Yeah, that set the bar quite high, hasn't it? It's going so wait, we're going to have to upset one of the favorites here as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this is actually really exciting for me. We get to see Faven tested. Okay, change.
I think they want to double nade him, though.
Okay.
Because they were looking towards default with those... Don't worry about the double nades. That's the entry in towards A.
Scrap that now, but he's worked it out and taps in another opening death as the first round.
No, it's going to be. You just have to. Oh, you just have to. You have to gamble right now if you're Big, right? Because you've been pressured at A so many times. You're in a number disadvantage. What do? You
gamble stack A?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're starting to do.
Mid to B.
So now the fun and games is really whirring into action for Nafany.
He's switched on now. Oh, this is just... Okay, so
let's fast forward about 90 seconds if we could. Thank you, Judge.
You got any... Where's your fun fact book?
I left it in my room because I thought that, you know, this game...
Today was the day.
It's a serious vibe type of game. But I do have a fun fact for you.
Yeah?
And for any of the players listening, not the players in the server right now, any of the other players who are either be coming back to the hotel in the hotel right now, on the coffee machine, there's actually a second page. You hit the arrow down the bottom. Maybe, just maybe you want a hot chockey. They do. There's a hot chockey on there.
So glad you joined the hot chocolate revelation because I was introduced to something last night.
Here we go.
Yeah. Now this was after work. Everyone was no longer working. But have you ever put amaretto or like Di Serrano in hot chocolate?
I don't know what either of those two things are.
Okay, it's like an almond marzipan liqueur.
No, I can't say I have.
My God. Oh my goodness. It's
life-changing?
Like Christmas in a cup, Chad.
Oh.
I felt like all I was missing was a little bit of pumpkin spice.
What about Crimbo in the server?
Yeah, Crimbo in the server is cancelled.
So were the Christmas markets last year too.
Yeah. Oh, Searson loses his AWP as well. They are actually right about now really quite cream crackered. They've got nothing, zilch, nada.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever like stepped in a puddle before in shoes? And it's you've really stuffed up. It's quite deep in the puddle.
Deeper than you anticipated.
Yeah, and then the socks are soaked and it's squidgy.
Yeah.
You're not at home.
No.
And you have to put up with that for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and I always just start getting really paranoid that I'm going to be like a weird modern case of trench foot and I'm going to be studied in some university. Okay,
well, trench foot may be a great way to label this here because I think that the Big have a bit of that right now. It just feels like it's just you want to change your socks. It's cold outside. You can't take your shoes off. It's not going to be a fun tail end of this first half for them by any means. And I really feel like they could have set themselves up for a massive bag. I feel like they could have had a 9 or 10 round haul. And now I think the players might even win the half, Alex.
They'd take that any day of the week, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think they would.
I still can't believe I just seeing Shiro shaking his head in disbelief round 3, and they have shaken off that that coating of doubt. Admittedly, I think Big Clan have kind of given them the way in again. Also, I don't know how critical I can be with Big Clan of integrating 2 new names so recently. There are going to be kinks, aren't there?
Yeah, I think the thing is, right, the addition of Faven was like, oh, they finally got him from Sprout.
Yeah.
That was the revelation with that, and he was meant to be the next big thing coming out of Germany, right? And there's still time. There's still time for that to come into fruition. Whereas Crimbo, I think, caught everybody off guard a little bit more so. Because I think Keto had been there for about 2 years. Him and Sirison joined at the same time. It was in early 2020 before we moved completely online. And Crimbo was one that kind of, well, at least for the international Counter-Strike, you're thinking, oh, okay, this is a bit strange. They've just got the fragger they were looking for. They only needed to worry about changing one piece, but clearly something... Oh, there's the M4 gone. Clearly something they weren't happy with. Sirius is going to pick that one up. Are they going to peer on over down the ladder? He'll get to hold on to it, so good stuff. You think, yeah, it's just one play you have to integrate and maybe get more firepower out of him, but apparently 2 changes was what the team thinks is necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I also would love to just talk to the Big Clan management just to have the real kind of source of the issue. I reckon they probably set... Oh, lovely finish. I think they probably set a goal for where Big Clan needs to occupy in the world standings, and I assume that these changes were fueled by that. You know, not content with being top 15, top 10. Now, Faven's going for the Mopos. No armor on his M4 and boosted up, so he can hopefully pull the trigger first. No aim punch required or punishable. And Tabson is doing everything for the squad. He's been like the last 3 opening deaths on ramp, and now he's the opening kill. He is laying his life on the line in pursuit of glory, and now it is a question of who will take the 8th, and Hobbit's adventures cut short as well.
Good setup. Seen that one. I think Complexity used to run something similar with like Poison at Sandbag, and Blame would play towards top ramp.
It's backing your individuals set up like that, working very well, and now they're going to go for another one from Complexity's playbook. Excuse me, Tabson, could you... Thank you. Crimbo's got some pretty good hops, leads to Axal's demise in a nice, safe dismount.
Well, 3 kills, where no trade potential there whatsoever. So great stuff from Big here to set themselves up for the half win. Just need to get the mandatory 2.
This nose, there's been a flash and a nade on his nose, so he knows that short's the next objective. Now he's calling for a teammate flash as well, but it looks like it will be deployed towards ramp instead. Flash Tabson waits. Sisson, you ballsy bastard! He goes straight through the flames just to ensure the frag is locked in, and now Inters has been thrust into a 1v4. I like it from Sisson. It's calculated. He secured the victory. You can see his backpack, I think. A little bit of a radio poking out from under the box, but Inters, he's got 20 seconds and he's got 4 to find, so no fun for him. Smoke and Molly would have been nice to force some fights, but still can't kill him. Thank you. Knocks the radio off of Tabson's back, but Big Clan win the half. 8-7. I couldn't call it. You should let us know who you think is going to take it over on the social media stratosphere as we take a quick break and come on back to see. Making a pretty strong case. Yeah, throws it to the wind with 2, and it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Our sights at an inseparable half. Let's see how the second fares, as there is util out for Big. Couple of flashes, couple of smokes, a molly in play, a bit of early traction, and that one there is soaring through the skies towards B.
Yeah, I wonder if that causes an early rotate. It does. Inter's early to respect the smoke. It means that the defense is going to be very, very barren on A. Nafany might call back for backup. He hears them now. Hobbit has to react, and we are going to have space. A cool idea.
It has to be a retake A right now. They should be able to plant this bomb as long as they get past Nafany.
Yeah, he decides he's going to make things difficult. Good click onto Searson. That's the bomb on Tabson, so he doesn't want to overcommit with this. Where's his teammate? Tizian's supposed to clear. That's the flash. That's not the frag Nafany was looking for, but now site clear. Inter's good click. Hobbit there as well. Oh, look at these USPs. They all connect. It's just Inters and Hobbit shrugging their shoulders and fragging up a storm, a furrowed brow on Nafany. He is here to play.
That's actually the most important kill that Nafany got because it completely stopped the push. Nobody wanted to risk it. You're right, Tabson had the bomb. He didn't want to push and lose it. The rest of the team were off doing their silly smokes and fakes. And well, the CTs can rotate and respond in time and then just absolutely pepper them apart. You can hear these USPs just popping off in unison.
Yeah, Inter's hit a really nice pair of frags there, and Nafany exploding as he knows that that's going to put them with a knee up, a little leg up into the second half of our first map. Big Clan's pick, worth reminding you, Vertigo, picked by the Big Clan boys. This is normally and has typically been a domain that we consider to be a player's map.
Yeah, you saw in the graphic as well in the pre-game that Yanko, Kassad and Trace were doing that the last 3 series these teams have played against each other, there's not been a single map won by Big. So, yeah, Dust 2 was a map that they consistently lost against them, right? It's a map that we normally talk about Big being one of their best, and the fact that players are able to handily deal with that is an issue. It makes the map pool seem a whole lot smaller when you can't pick your best. Now, over towards B with a tower of blocks, the run boost in, and this would be good for Axile. Get him some confidence up here. The Famus, it's going to get, well, 3. And then the USP with 2. That's an ace, but it's an eco bash. So if you're excited about that, you're like me. You like the eeks.
I think Exile probably really did need the Eeks, as you've put it. That's going to accelerate him up to the top of the scoreboard with 16, adding a nice juicy 5 frag haul in one single round, just massacring them. You can see what they went for, though, in terms of the run boost. The idea being that he draws Exile's crosshair so wide on one side that the frag can happen in his blind spot and his peripheral. But it didn't quite work out. Hobbit's lining up some util. Looks like it might be the NIP smoke. I wanted to see if it was.
Looks like it, yeah. I can show you.
Oh, it's bugged.
Oh.
That's a real...
yeah, his has fallen through the floor. So hasn't achieved what they were hoping for. I can show you how to throw that one if you want, Alex.
Yes, please, because I saw the lineup on Hampus and it looked like doable. You know, you just stand there and left click.
What I do is I go look at the door frame. There's a splotch on the wall. I line it up with.
Door frame splotch.
After the splotch.
Oh. Did they hear that?
They surely must have. Inters is on high alert.
Oh, Tizian. I felt like he had just like a lot of unconfirmed map control, but I think that single lick of the flame has cancelled that whole exciting prospect.
Which is, the gap of a lifetime gone before your very eyes.
They definitely heard it. I mean, in one way, I suppose it's mission accomplished because it's pulled Axel completely into a mid-clear. He doesn't really like what that implied, so they've gone looking for answers. They might find more than they bargained for if he keeps pushing, if he ends up flanking, but...
Yeah, well, he can just keep going now, can't he? Inters is just trying to block smoke at B as well, so he might get spotted on the ladder here. That's why he's hanging to the right. Timing.
Okay, guys, I have the entire round. He gets the AWP first. Grimbo's faffing around with his rifle, and Axel, another high-impact round. They're trying to run into his sight, but Inters is here for the fight. Double from Inters. Big collapsing here. And there's not a single frag back. There is nothing. No signs of life from Big 2 rounds in.
I really like that from Axel, the aggressive maneuver, right? He tends to just sit back and let the game come to him, but I think some of the issues with this team is there's not enough playmakers, right? We know Nafany's a playmaker, but this is great. This is beautiful stuff. Look at this double kill. It's completely unraveled the round before it even gets started. So really, really good stuff now as players get up to the double digis.
Digimon.
You can count that on 2 hands, everybody.
Oh, there's the tutorial for you. That was actually...
They're doing this from a different position.
Yeah.
Only slightly, though.
It's worked. There we go.
Maybe Hampus is a little bit more convoluted.
Yeah. Ooh, lovely word too. Tizian gonna walk in and lose his head in approximately 3, 2, 1. Down goes Tizzy.
Yeah, well counted there, Alex.
Thank you. I've been working on my counting.
This is a little bit of a lurky smoke here that Crimbo's gonna throw. I guess he's not gonna throw it. It tries to assist in alleviating pressure towards the heaven position, but he's going to do it more as a fake. Now, Hobbit's here, Axel's here, Inters is here. Sounds like more than enough players who are here, and yeah, there they go. Going to light up the scoreboard, chipping away as Axel. I just think after Ancient yesterday, you're gonna want to just get back in it and really unleash the beast.
You know, I hadn't even made that connection for some reason, but you're right. It was Axel was one of the candidates, and he's never one of the candidates.
No, it was honestly that entire Ancient game was 2 players. It was just Shiro and Hobbit.
Yeah. I suppose that makes sense why they were in dismay yesterday.
How long? I was going to say how long is Nafany to hold on to his MP9, but they've opted to get the AWP out right now, so he'll be into an M4 at this juncture. So no more worries about the little P shooter. Do you know who got a Bison clip yesterday? And Rush is like the only Bison clip that Rush can even reference. Smooya got a Bison clip. This team against Smooya's squad he's playing for, they rush B, they didn't clear sandbag, and Smooya gets 4 kills. But Rush is using that to justify his Bison purchases.
But does he think he's going to get 4 kills with it?
If Rush gets 4 kills on a gun round with a Bison, I'll never say anything again.
Deal. 100% deal. You shouldn't have told him that, because now he's
only going to buy the Bison.
He's got a purpose now.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. No, that's fine, actually. More kills for me.
He gets to try and beat out Axel. Now, I wouldn't, you know, if it was our tier list, I think it's probably Buster, Axel, then Faven. Let's see if Faven can actually change my mind. I can see this off angle he's living in, and that's a nice find from Axel. Bring in the fight. Faven was very passive on B. Axel's going to remain a constant information drip for his team. He's just killed B, and it's going to actually force more bodies to go in and try and acknowledge it. This time, no Axel flank. The round's not over before they reach the site. Krembo's going to be arriving late through middle.
The issue is they have a ramp control, so they can play 2 mid.
Yeah, good point. Well made. Touche. Voulez-vous.
C'est quoi?
Bloody hell, Chad. Good find from Grimbo. C'est quoi?
Oh, Moulin Rouge, I thought you were going...
C'est soir. I don't know, man, because this is still not looking tickety-boo. That's a big, big frag from Tizian. Pun absolutely not intended. They just chose a bad name. Chiro's a dead man. Great catch. Tizian's completely booked him. Now Nafany from the stairs. This could still go wrong.
I think he's been hurt here.
Yeah, I think that was a loud step, and the smoke implies as such he can wrap this... Oh, yeah, he could get a good vision here. tabseN just has to stand still. He can win the... Oh, and a lovely sound cue to ward them in. Needed that. That's the first T round we've seen from the German squad. It took us 5 rounds, but now they post it. That is 9-11. Quick look at the scores on the doors. tabseN still head and shoulders above the rest. Almost 10 frags separating tabseN from the rest of the squad. Haven't got like enough players from Big Clan yet online. This was a highly impactful Tizian double that has enabled them to post their first round. It can't just be tabseN though. You can see that he's going to get you your closing pair, but there has to be someone else to kick down that door. And yes, frustrations are high. Frustrations clearly high.
Yeah, higher than I think we've maybe ever seen them, to be quite honest with you. But there's another Axel opener. Let's see if they can convert this time around. Faven is, yeah, he's not having a great time over there being the B lobby lurk, is he? tabseN's going to have to try and claw something back. Nafany's hearing a lot of this, and if he wants to pivot, he has to worry about the AWP. Apparently, you don't have to pivot, because Surisan's got those keen eagle eyes. He caught you through the tarpaulin.
Tarpaulin? You can understand why we started calling it tarp, right? If you're working with a tarpaulin, you probably call it a tarpaulin to your colleagues 3 times before you're like, mate, pass us the tarp.
You only do that in that trade school, and then after that, you get a bit more slangy. There's so many weird names for tools. Like I don't know if this is universal.
What did you call? Like, what was the funniest?
Shovel was called a banjo.
Probably because it's a lot of fun to say, yo, you seen my banjo? It's a lot more fun than saying, have you seen my shovel?
Yeah. Well, exec.
This is actually potentially...
Axel's here, flashing forward, flashing forward.
Yeah, it's in the hands. And he's just going to catch it. Oh! That's an Orky Momo. I can't believe it. I feel so justified and vindicated. Even the pros do it.
My heart stopped.
Even the pros do it, Chad. It's fine. He had a silencer oopsie. Oh, we can just say we're like Axel. He's got 23 frags in a pro match, boys. You are just the same kind of player as him.
Oh my golly gosh.
Players are humans too.
My giddy aunt.
Oh, whoa. And he actually couldn't have got a better timing, by the way. Like it was like 2 players with nades pulled, and tabseN was looking the wrong way.
Can we play that round again, please?
Yeah, can we just have a replay, folks? And now Hobbit might even lose his white rifle. Lovely position to put himself in.
Now listen, Axel, don't kill Faven at the start of the round, because that seems to be the key to big success. So next round, don't kill him at the start, and we'll see what happens. That one, it's physical pain.
No, if you're Axel, you just want to grab the banjo and dig yourself an early grave, don't you? You just want to grab the banjo, dig 6 feet deep, and hop in.
Oh, that one really quite hurts, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen that before. Look at this wallbang. He's such a great B geek. Faven didn't even get to see him.
2 geeky kills. Those are the 2 openers. Both geek lord stuff right there.
Yeah, it is. Now let's have a look at Axel. Here it comes. So yeah.
I take it back. Oh no.
Oh, you're just like Axel, chat. It's fine.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Okay, well. Moments before disaster. Things I wish I could unsee.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. Okay, all right.
Group C.
Double digis.
Map 1. Day 462. And
He's across.
Faven's not dead in it. Oh! But, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. They're actually going to try and punish Axel here. I guess they want to tilt him off the face of the planet, so... Oh, Axel handles business on the first. Crimbo keeps it interesting. A well-tracked shot into does not finish with the nade just yet. Could do. One right back.
Look at this space at A, though. This is so punishing. Tapson is just going to slink on in.
This is great. Now, Hobbit boosted up. That's not a common pre-aim. Oh, he is pre-aiming. No, back turn. Searson's not going to trade. There is a shot missed. Well-placed nade. Doing a lot here, Hobbit. Great Molotov. Now that stops a lot of the funny business in that gap and could enable Faven to get the bomb down uncontested. So 3-on-3 retake required. Into through the elevator. Searson as the Overwatch, as the smoke fades, he will hit a great shot. Hobbit, probably the more threatening of the bunch, gone.
Have to consider a save. Yeah, that's 3 consecutive rounds, and that is so insane. Both, actually, in all 3, the first 2 was against Faven. In this one here, it was against Tizian. But Axile has opened up the last 3 rounds consecutively, and they have lost those rounds. And I know this was different because there was more trading, but the number advantage have been in the player's favor for the 3 gun rounds that Big have been able to consolidate. So this is curious scenes here.
Terrorists win. Ooh, finances bleak. 46 for Hobbit. We're going to get inters on the M4.
That's the last timeout.
That wasn't the last. Yeah, so Groove is on the mic.
Yeah, this has happened very quickly. And in the early stages, like I was saying in the first half, I thought Big could have gotten more CT-sided rounds here. And now, well, sure, the silencer moment really helped them out, but they are clawing their way back into this.
You know, and I'm sure we've over-dramatized it. Could have easily just been an Axile headshot and he immediately dinked in return, you know, 1 for 1. It's not like it was the rounder, but it could. It's all of the unknowns, the unfathomables, the we'll never knows that came with that moment. Now at 11-11, someone would tell you to make a wish.
Well, it's got legs to it.
Certainly does. And so does Rushley. Haven't shouted him out. Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Had his birthday yesterday. I believe he's 28
or 9.
And Axel being Faven again. He's going to nearly take 2. Thank God Crimbo's there. But again, Chad,
4th time the charm.
The 4th opening frag from Axile. Can there be 1 player's conversion? More promising now with Crimbo's departure.
Well, he might catch them here through the... Oh, he might catch them just through the metal here. Taps and pokes his head up, and he's going to go on down. I thought that was going to go against them regardless. So Intus is lucky to scratch his way through that. This has to be a player's round. It has to be. There's no way past it.
I mean, there's only one way in which this doesn't end. With players taking a round, and this isn't it, actually, Nafany.
That's the I'm coming mating call, right? You know, you're making it quite, you know, you're jiggling around the barrel. I'm on my way.
Here comes.
I'm on my way.
It does betray us more often than we may realize, that long AWP barrel. And Shiro's quite the opposite. Perfect line, deep into the stairs.
Which animal do you think has the longest snoz?
I reckon.
I'm 29.
Congratulations. Happy birthday for yesterday, Rushley. I didn't say anything in the social media stratosphere. I hope that doesn't imply that I don't care about you.
It invalidates your friendship, actually.
Yeah. He did observe the other map.
Yeah.
Could have had so many opportunities. I acknowledge that you were born 29 years ago.
He'll get over it.
Yeah.
So anyway, animal with the longest snoz.
Probably
an anteater?
Narwhal.
It's not real.
Narwhals are real, bro.
Don't get me like the Kevin McAllister thing here.
Bro, this isn't a Kevin McAllister thing. Narwhals are real. They use it. It's like a really overgrown tooth. They're like the real unicorns of the sea, Chad. Don't shake your head at me. Narwhals are a real thing. Chat, tell him. And I'll tell you about this round while he's actually Googling it, bro. Look at them. Oh, shit. Yeah. Reality just slapped you in the face, didn't it? Like a cold bucket of water, Birchall. I know, Kevin McAllister, I trolled you a little bit. We do a little trolling. Narwhals.
I don't know if it's a nose, though. Yeah, more of a horn.
An overgrown tooth, yeah. All right, fair. What about those monkeys with the big flaccid noses?
Are they bonobos?
But no. Hobbit. Down and out. 4 CTs remain as they are fully gathered here. So the full big clan commit here. We get to see the smokes lined up. Shiro trying to... Oh, yes. No. That smoke has to be used to extinguish. Nafany run down. The pace of this is better for Big. Could still go wrong. No bomb plant. No real setup smokes, and oof, great nade. Inter's just cut Faven down to size, but the bomb now down, and a question remains. Will they go?
Oh!
Yes, they will. Axal arrives and lays down the law. What a transfer into both of them, and there's nearly another.
Shot from Faven,
Yeah,
though.
but damn, Faven was 50 HP. That could have been a 1 to the head.
He can flash for Tizzy in here when the
He
smoke
needs to, he
starts to
needs to.
fade. There's the flash.
There's the frag. He calls it clear. Shiro in the 1v1. Faven, a lot of pressure on the new kid. It's a fake. It's a fake. And he gets the information safely. Tuck in, tuck in. And now the mission is complete. Big Clan will make it a 12th, but hard fought. And you can hear how much it means to them. Does he survive? Oh, I thought he was going to go time it to perfection. It's just not possible.
Yeah, I think the low HP.
Yeah.
And
like I was thinking, like, you know, if he just time it to perfection,
Geronimo
bomb explodes, he lives with 1 HP and we reset.
Yeah, he gets grabbed out of the sky.
Exactly. Saved by the calculation strafe.
Well, both teams have broken buys right now. Famus's and Galil seem to make up the lion's share, and Sirison is going to be into a scout, so Shiro has the biggest of the Scopy boys, and that was a nice little play there. Axel almost made it doable. Back into the thick of things early. Nafany on the prowl. He's been able to get himself some ramp space. Now, do they really want to risk one of these M4s? They only have 2. Oh, Shiro's actually taking a tag, so Sirison strikes first with that scout. They've blocked them from heading towards A, right? So making sure they can't mount scaffolding means that they only have to channel into one angle, which they've actually removed that angle, and the head of Tabson right there. That one is going to really sting.
Big leg up into the round and to find one back. Hobbit somehow makes that FAMAS sing. Where did Sirson's weapon go?
Yeah, that... I think he was trying to get the Tabson AK, right? So he's dropped the scout so he can get on in here to scoop that up, but spending a lot of time finding it, has now got it, and they still need to break Nafany and Shiro, who are both playing this scaff position.
I mean, this does... there's a potential for Mag, and... Yeah, real problem. Real problem. Real problem. Sirson has just opened up the A site, and
he got the AWP.
What a swing! 4 versus 3 becomes 2v3.
I feel like they have to save again, though. Like how do you go for this? 2,400 loss bonus into the next tier?
They're not going to get caught out by an Axel ramp again, are they?
Maybe not. Well, that one is done.
I just wanted to see where Inter's smoke lineup goes, because it was a bit different to the one I normally see.
Was it Crane?
It's just a retake smoke, I think.
Yeah,
where is it?
Crane. There you go,
okay,
flying around.
Thank you.
But Big back in the lead. And look, in the last, where are we looking here? 6 rounds of play, they've won 5. So this half has been absolutely spun on its head right now. Keeping a lid on things as well. Right, I'm trying to be a fly on a wall when we can hear those comms, just to listen, right? Just to try and gauge the emotions, where it's at, who's talking a lot. And this one here, you know, a couple of misses from Shiro. He knew that he had to fight, but that's great. Sirson showing that he is dynamic.
Yeah, and every Orpo in particular, when on the rifle, will have such a firm grasp of when you've successfully baited a shot. He hears the first, he's still alive. He hears the second, he's still alive. That has to be his kill. He makes the progressions, he knows there's a window, and he jumps straight through it. NK, you can see the coach of Big Clan is having a very heated debate with Tabson.
Understandably so, because right now with the loss bonus where it was at coming into this round, this should be Big's 14th. It's likely just to be a couple of upgraded pistols and the one saved M4. That's all they need to get past here. This is your best opportunity right now to get yourself up to 14. So have that chat, make sure everybody's on the same page, and execute with perfection. Because players, they're starting to falter here.
Yeah, this could be it. You lose your 14th, you keep everyone alive, you got funds to force the 50th, 16th. Eventually. This one's the gimme. You can see an alternate approach from Faven. He hasn't been having the most fun up against Axel's B hold, and they've gone forward to mid to B, so there is a huge opportunity to walk into the A site for free.
Yeah, so the real question is here, how long do Big take, right? Because the longer they take, the chance for players to push or rotate comes on in. Now, they would have to do it silently, because we know how this map plays out. Big would be able to hear everything going on above them. But right now, combing through. Favor not home. Rotation now starting to cheat over. This Hobbit flash and go, this is everything for players.
tabseN catching one just ahead of that move. Nafany trying to actually get info back. Oh, tabseN could get caught out here. Did he get spotted? I think they did. They spotted him out. And that's the end of Nafany's 5-7 potency.
Hobbit's flash has already been used.
Yeah.
So,
so much info. You saw that Inters caught a glimpse of at least 2 towards the sandbag side. So I guess Inters wants to keep hold of what he brought into this. He's already heading to mid to save.
Yeah, and they need it, right? Because going into this next round, it's 2,900. They'll have enough to purchase, but it's not done just yet, right? There's still a real opportunity for them to keep themselves in this game. Ancient coming up next. I almost feel like we're guaranteed to get ourselves a 3-map affair here for the opener of our Friday. But if players continue to have some of these wobbles, we saw it happen yesterday. It's definitely possible here. This would be... Look, we haven't had G2. We haven't had Vitality. Outsiders didn't make it. Could you imagine if we don't get players as well?
I mean, I can totally imagine a world like that just by virtue of how the other groups have gone.
Yeah, it's more so I guess we don't want to.
Don't want to live in that world, man. But, I mean, it's always a case of, especially when the round-robin best-of-3s, those first couple of days, those results will come back and haunt you. You have to, but it sounds so stupid, doesn't it, when you boil it down? But you just have to beat everyone that's in front of you.
Yeah.
But it's just not how it works out. Big Clan coming in with a very threatening Vertigo pick. They have picked it up against the players and now are 2 rounds away from converting the punish. I'm looking forward to hearing what the desk has to say in review of this. And that is going to be coming up straight after the conclusion here. You got Trace, Stunner, Sorrentus, Cassard and YNK. Big brains to be picked, and Nafany looking for his 10th frag to pick up. Drops a defensive delay smoke on the corner, but...
Keeps dropping, right? This has happened to them a few times, either with the set throw or on the fly, and that's not what you're trying to gain. Now the sound...
Wow.
Oh my lord.
What a find from csgo. That, I don't think I've seen that all too often. At least not as quickly and effectively as that. Axel just caught as he exposed himself to the util flash.
That's one of those moments where just with the X-ray you can see what's about to happen. Like it's the car crash that goes in slow motion. Right? You're witnessing it and you just know. Oh, and now you know it's about to get very, very tough for players here to defend in round 27.
So what's the dream scenario? You know there's going to be someone who has to rotate into B with the absence of Axel. So do you want to just commit to it or sell it? It looks like it is going to be the former.
The thing is, Nafany's poking forward here, so if he clears out, they can still rotate Hobbit back in time. Shiro won't be able to respond. He's stuck at Sandbag, and actually, Nafany's parked the bus. So Inters, this is all on you, my friend. Your smoke, your molly, it has to do it all.
Inters to try and save players. Extinguish, nade. They know he's there. 50 HP and staring into the grave.
Void. No one can flash for him.
That'll do nicely. Double nades. There's already 2 smokes up as well. Nice find from Hobbit.
Time's an issue.
Has to save them now, and he has got the bomb loose again. Oh my god, 9 seconds. Crimbo, move. Pick it up. 4. Bodyguard down. Tizian saves the round. Tizian has saved. No,
he hasn't.
Denied by Nafany in the last second. Good god, that was close.
Oh.
I thought Tizian had done enough, but Nafany was sprinting the whole time from a ramp push. And with 1 second to spare, I would hazard a guess less than a second in that, Chad.
That is crazy. That Molotov that was thrown on top site is why it got so awkward, because even if they wanted to plant the bomb, they couldn't get it down. So, yeah, Hobbit's done an awful lot in that situation. Oh, they've kept themselves alive, but only just. And this is the opener, right? This is with the X-ray. You can see this was coming, just walking straight in. The perfect weapon for the job. Ah, dearie me. Okay, well, we are back underway right now. Nafany's already towards top ramp. Axel trying his luck over towards B. A big nade right there.
Oh, look at the damage.
Tons of damage.
Chips away. 3 members of Big Clan now within that 1-shot M4 headshot. No more will we have a dink exchange favoring that of the AK.
And maybe more importantly for Shiro's UMP as well. This is going to help him out a lot in some of these fights. And they might have to use him over towards shore on this crane position, ready to take contact early. You can't sit back and play retake with the UMP. So some more proactive play ahead here as Big are bearing their sights down on the A bomb site. This molly combo could be great. Unleashed it. It's going to segregate the pack. It's actually going to thrust all of them forward.
50 seconds as they re-smoke short. Hobbit got one elsewhere. There was Tabson to fall down as well, which is the leader of the big clan pack. 40 seconds and they are just congregating into a stack. This is such a luxury for players. They get to set everyone up. Nightmare to clear now. Searson's low HP and likely going to
that's nice.
Yeah, damn. Hobbit actually with the boost finds the AWP. And they've only got 25 seconds now. Actively fighting, little bit of util. The biggest of flash pushes. Faven and Tizian make it interesting. What a shot out of Crimbo. Faven plants. Axel thrust into an impossible 1 versus 3, and he will throw in the towel. It looked very sketchy there for Big Clan.
Oh, that shot that Crimbo gets onto Nafany, right? He was just spamming through over towards the short position and gets them one back there. If he didn't get that kill, Hobbit had the one from top side on a Searson, and then it would have been a 3-on-5 situation. So that was a very, very important kill to get, and then they just exploded, and it still caught the players off guard. So Big are the first to 15 here, and you consider where the finances are at right now. 2,400 is the loss bonus into the next. Axel could drop an M4. That is looking like it's going to be it. And it's not the first time players have had to operate with lion's share of Famai, and they're going to have to do that again. Look at this one. Cheeky little off angle here by Hobbit. Not an expected clear by any means, but how much does Hobbit have to do to try and keep his team in it? And then the segregation, left side smoke, isolate the short fight, come on in. Faven hits a big one onto Hobbit, and then Crimbo, he wins the round with that kill right there. Great stuff from the young gun.
And it's a deeper smoke on left side. It does mean that if you're an elevator and you want to contribute, Crimbo has your line, has your ticket. So frustrations mount. And 2 rounds, 2 opportunities for Big Clan to finish it here in regulation.
Feels like the best opportunity, doesn't it?
This is the best opportunity. Good God, look how light their util's going to be. If you just don't die in the first 20 seconds, you're going to have such an advantage.
Precisely. When you look at the smokes throughout.
I mean, I was talking to Big Clan, but Nafany is the first candidate. So low. Nice find. Shiro bails them out of trouble, and Nafany has caught them out. What? 10 HP. Tabson completely booked by the avant-garde maneuver.
Have to take some space, right? They have to take something back. They know this is happening, and Shiro repositions but goes on down. The dink, it's not enough. Looks like they can start to set up and play in limbo in this mid position right now. Faven can join the tail of the pack with the bomb.
Doing it again.
Not again. Nafany, you criminal!
That's so naughty. He had 10 HP for all 3 of his SMG frags, and that's the power of positioning, folks. We said this was their best opportunity, and it's been squandered. Faven knows Inter's his left side, does he? No, I'm not even sure if he's ready for that. Yeah, Inter's MP9, good for it. Pound for pound, they shred through with just the SMGs, and what a contrast from the round prior.
Oh, dear.
Big Clan, I mean, that's one that's going to perhaps lead us straight to overtime. You've went with all the bells, the whistles, the AWPs, the mollies, and all it takes is a little bit of magic from Nafany. Look at him breaking all the rules. Big Clan, how German of them. They expected him to follow the rules.
Yeah, well, he crossed the road when the light was red. There's no cars coming.
Yeah.
So he survived.
Exactly.
Yeah, funny that. Oh, okay.
God damn. Hobbit gets a double. Faven's kept it level. Welcome to the last round of regulation, folks. It's already deep. We're in a 3v3 mid-round with walking through a smoke into Shiro. Everyone is throwing caution to the wind here, trying to find a little bit of a Nafany timing.
The 2 newer additions here, 2-on-3 situation for the 2 of them to get this done. It's not going to be an easy task.
But this is very cool. You get to see Crimbo and Faven partner up, demonstrate value directly to their more experienced colleagues. Now they must know a flank is coming. There is a timer on their progression before they have to worry about ramp. And they've beaten it. Now Shiro's playing a very passive line, and he will ward them off. They know where he is. They know there's a flank potentially. And that's perfect from Nafany. Couldn't ask for more. Completes his objective, denies the plant. And Faven, I assume, was spotted short with Shiro, so first good crosshair placement. He'd love another fight before that bomb, and he's got 30 seconds to find it. Oh no.
Didn't even fake it.
Fake, but it doesn't stop it. Oh, caught out and saved by the AWP. We go to overtime. 15-15. So much to play for here. This is Group C. Players already with a blip on the record. They have to convert up against Big. And the pocket pick of Vertigo goes to OT.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or, you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
On the first map of this series, so we are getting your afternoon started on a Friday with everything you need. Good Counter-Strike. We got the Germans on one side with two new names, and they do seem to be starting to demonstrate a whole lot of threatening presence in the serve. Admittedly, hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows. Big, I think, are victims to unforced errors as much as players have.
Yeah, it's hard to see how Big win this one now. Their T side was very flat. There was multiple rounds in a row where Axel gets the opening kill, and then Big were fortunate enough to pick it up. And if that continues, it's not going to continue to fall in their favor. So let's see.
Yeah, we need to see a little bit more convincing out of this T side from Big Clan. Nafany ratting smokes. He's gotten away with it once or twice on an SMG.
Notice late as well when it was crunch time that he started to get a bit more pep in his step with how much aggression he was bringing to the table and starting to find some impact. They needed that.
Now, you know, Nafany pushing ramp smokes is not going to be a surprise. Big have watched the demo. They know what he likes to do on this map, and Searson's pre-fires make that clear.
Well, straight back towards B here, and this is looking good for players now. Axel and Inters both over towards the B bomb site now. Axel's having a great game here.
I think Inters has switched on to this.
And Hopper's also pushing mid. So, oh, that may have been heard. It was.
Oh, a horrible death for Faven to stomach, and Tizian's just gone down in mid. All right, tabseN's just decided he's got to take off the gloves. Bare knuckle boxing his way into B. This time I do this all on my own. Everyone in front of him and everyone to retake the site. I don't feel like Searson's going to walk that bomb in on his own. He's going to count on a boost to peek over this, and it's going to enable Shiro for...
it's a big gap.
Huge gap. Cancel that. Flash is there, and shots are connecting. Scary stuff. It's going to fade. 2v3. Nafany eventually is going to arrive on the stairs. Their bomb's now down. So much pressure on that B stairs player.
Just making noise right now to keep them glued towards these positions. You can see Nafany starting to activate.
Oh, great catch. All onto Crimbo now, and 3, too easy to retake the site. Players will recover. Thompson, I mean, you know, I really do, I don't know if I was, you know, over-romanticizing it, but it does seem like it was just a case of, all right, I'll do everything I can, and when Thompson comes online, he does get 2 frags and a bomb plant out of it, just not enough with the absence of contribution from his teammates. Favored a nasty death. That crouch release killed him. Like, it's actually, I don't know whether it was forced by a shot through the boards, but he straight up just accidentally slipped the finger off the crouch. His head came up, and Inters immediately lined up an instant wallbang headshot.
Yeah, and this was good by Nafany as well. The fact that his 2 teammates were stranded behind smokes, he just waited until that faded. This is one of the things, you know, that, look, obviously at the lower levels of Counter-Strike, people don't account for, but when something's smoked, they're going to be glued on the other position. There's an opener. Quick from Searson. Nafany, the hero of last round, in an early grave. Nades back either way. Molly's going to hold Shiro from more fights. Tabson, well, he's doing what you said he does. He's taking some space.
When he must. Opens up onto Shiro, no less. I like that. Tabson's just cleared ramp. Never mind. Yeah. He's taking a leaf out of the I'll just do it all on my own book.
He shouldn't have got away with that, but that's the thing. He's having that type of game that you're talking about here, so he's just destroyed them. He's just absolutely destroyed them because he was going up solo, right? And there was so much contact there. There was the mid walk, there was obviously presence elsewhere, and he just gets 2 kills from absolutely nowhere. So great stuff from Tabson. If that's the way they win rounds, then maybe they can win this game. This is the opener. Peeking before the smoke blooms. Nafany getting a bit cheeky with it. Shiro not ready for that aggression, and then this over the top of the one-way, right? Hobbit doing the cheeky top ramp one-way there. So good stuff from Tabson, leading by example.
Yeah, let's see if they can replicate it. 2 on the T side would be such a big win for Big. They are struggling to close out on their T side in regulation, and now, well, 1-1. Let's see if they can win another one. Same flight path, Thompson trying to walk on in and
doing his best Nafany impression.
Yeah, Shiro though doesn't let that go. Quick public beheading.
Well, there's the can opener gone, so now you're going to have to do it with, well, I don't know, I was going to say a knife, but maybe a fork and a spoon.
Or a spork. Now, we all saw that trajectory. It could still mean there's someone there, but we'll operate under the assumption that it's not occupied. I can't believe how many feet are planted away from A, given how much is committed here. Obviously no answers, no information. You're hearing one throwing a lot of nades and steps. And we are seeing Hobbit cheat back over, so it does come down to just hitting some crazy shots. Shiro posted up in a passive line.
There's still smokes here to go for a full site execute, and they are baiting out more utility as every second whittles off the clock here, so you can see them lining up the nades now, but Hobbit's here with Nafany to lock down short.
He wants a flash. He gets one. One was anti. Tizian, good for it. Experience prevails. Playing anti-flash immediately contributes a double. Now this boost, they've been pulling it off successfully. Won't be able to contest the plant if Tizian gets it down, which he has. 3v3 retake. Big Clan, they're close now. This is half of the battle to getting a second round on the board here in overtime. MR3.
Inters has some util here. There's one flash. Tizian not going to activate, just going to look for a peek. Time, bomb halfway gone.
Yeah, big find from Tizian. He's actually winning this round on his own here. 3 frags, does go down, silenced by Inters. No smoke after that one. Careful now. Searson really was overextending a little. Time sensitive, they just have to stop the defuse, and they will. 17, and listen to what that means to them. They know hard part may have just been dealt with. You've got to convert, but you've got yourself the leg up. You are once again in control of this game.
Yeah, a bit more fired up there than towards the tail end of regulation, right? I think they knew that they could have closed it, but here, now that it's on like Donkey Kong, Yeah, great stuff from Tizian, really. The impact there, especially after losing Tabson early. And then this, right? The flash helped him then set up on that line. If he was just sitting in the bomb box, he would have had to worried about just little slight jiggles. So the flash to enable him to get a deeper line. But here we go, CT side, Nafany up to his usual tricks.
Yeah, it's posted up. Searson's responsible for it.
Well, they know now.
Okay, looks like Searson's about to have a very hot and steamy welcome.
He can jump on the railing and play over this smoke.
That's if they don't spray, nade. I mean, they know they're so close to an opening kill here. Bang. Oh, that's the AWPer just gone by nades alone. Very committed position, but a one-way betrays them. Good chance on the multi. Tabson kills Crimbo, and that leaves them really up the creek without the paddle. It's up to Tizian again to try and be the hero, and he's rocking the M4A4. He's about to roll back the years. Who needs a silencer when you've just got a loud and proud M4 down now, and that's the round concluded.
Yeah,
something as simple as that.
The thing with that play right there, they're trying to re-aggress top ramp, and the spacing, it's very tight, and I think they're both trying to take advantage of that one-way smoke there, or Crimbo wants to be close to make sure he trades off of Tabson, but actually he just, you know, makes this so difficult. It makes it so difficult.
Excuse me, yeah.
And I get it. He's trying to swing. He's trying to swing because Tabson's in a fight, but it's cost them a lot there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there are unforced errors all over the shop. All square, all even. Big Clan's pick.
Ancient next.
Ancient next. God, strap me in for Ancient. They are progressing, and I can't help but feel that Searson is going to have to worry about the scaff wide swing eventually, no? Is that not anyone's responsibility?
That molly's just faded, right? So they have to know now they need to pivot back, but they're staying very forward, very stubborn on this.
Oh, it's an absolute massacre. Hobbit takes 2 ramp holders down in the same amount of seconds, and that will propel them into a man advantage on the site. Tizian has to cheat Faven the same. That could have been it. That could have been the round right there. Big Clan, gotta hold on now. Crimbo has to deliver. And Crimbo spraying into the smoke for a double, puts the bomb on the floor, nearly enters as well. May not expect Tizian, maybe. They won't expect Tizian. Now he's got the bomb and the 1v2. Crimbo and Tizian combining for a 2v4. He gets the double. The new kid on the block, and with 20 seconds, he knows Axel has to plan A.
Oh, this is a great play. If Tizian gets across towards Sandbag, I feel like he's won the round just by positioning alone.
Unless Axel hits the strafe and plants backside. Oh, smoke. Oh.
Fake? You can't fake, there's no time!
Oh, you hit the shot. Tizian and Crimbo, what a recovery for Big Clan. The German side feeling themselves. Crimbo, a big high-impact round. He had 3 players in front of him in that smoke, and he takes 2 and the round.
Jeez, yeah, impact felt there in a big way. This was Hobbit's double opener. This is a 3-on-5 from the very beginning, right? And then Crimbo gets this. I think that Faven goes down during this spray, and then the round, it just disintegrates here for that of players. Tizian with a very good heads-up maneuver there late. And starting to feel, what can they do right, really, players? You get the 2 openings and you still can't convert it. Just one more now for Big. They've been here before.
I can't believe they recovered from that beautiful Hobbit double. Watching it in the replay, you just thought that's like round ending. Oh, they are hiding from Nafany's pre-aim.
It's one of those things you want to do it when there's a tell. If you just stay with your head up the entire time, we've seen how easy it is. Like, I think Furia showed good examples of how simple it is to clear these kind of angles. You're sticking out your little cap and they can see you before you even get a chance to shoot back. That spreads, yep.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, it's okay, they can stay in this.
Yeah, but it does imply that there could be a boost. Baiting the sound, Crimbo is not falling for these wicked games. Spotted, escaping.
Jeez, what is that made of?
Yeah.
Armored bloody car right there.
Adamantium.
So many nades coming their way. Busted and bruised to Tizian and Crimbo. you want to see a push from Faven, right? Like, he's the poor guy, right? His stats don't replicate the game. Well, don't speak of the game he's been having. All he's done this game is rotate A. That's all he's done.
Yeah,
this
right.
poor guy.
Oh, he's gone for the angle.
Not this again.
We're here again. This is how it started. This is how Crimbo's CT adventure started. Tizian just caught off. Oh, God, he could have it. He's just got to make sure he peeks more proactively. Wait for it, and Crimbo. They run boost. Perfect chance to strike. Exile immediately trades. Tabsons, let it slip, and we look to be going to a second OT. It's only 9 seconds. Maybe Searson could win by virtue of the clock. He's not going to hit that wall bang, and Exile's not going to let him get away. We go again. Just like that, slate wipe clean, not a second to think about it. You go straight back in as we reset. Still looking for an answer as to who shall take Vertigo. This time, however, players starting where they were just were. They'll be bringing the attack first.
Love to hear what Yanko and Kassad think of that position Crimbo's used twice.
My statistical analysis is it's 100% of the time not worked.
It's just... Anyway, it doesn't matter. 18-18.
Yep, we'll come back to it.
I'll let the analysts lose their mind over that. I'll just lose my mind over the action as we surely at some point see something a little bit different, right, players? Or, alternatively, big, you take a risk. You push mid, you push B, you take some space. You make them feel flustered because right now they're able to execute A without any qualms whatsoever.
Ah, yes, of course. The Hobbit hole, I believe they call that spot.
What is he doing here? Is this him
You
being...
can't shoot my headshot.
Is that him being anti-flash or something? I don't know. Maybe he was just having a chat.
No, but legit.
Can't get flashed if I can't see the flash.
Yeah, true.
Oh, up we go again.
Oh, man, I've seen this before, you know. I reckon I might have seen this for about 30 rounds. So.
It's a bit of a rerun here, right, isn't it?
They're really recycling the TV. Oh, Searson has just pipped a perfect gap. That I don't know how much is that just perception, but he's nailed it.
This is the remastered edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remastered,
when they released on
director's
DVD.
cut,
Yeah, well, the director's cut is... We're already in the director's cut.
True. 18-18, and we start our MR3 12-5. So you do...
Something different.
See something different.
They're going B.
Faven, salivating.
He has to get a kill here. Surely. All he's done is jiggle.
All he's done is this, and then go A. But now he gets to do this and stay. I love the run boost that lands on the box. I know we're not getting it now.
As I think they're coming B.
Yeah, it feels different, feels weird, feels good for Faven. Double, maybe even a triple, because Inters has not got any hope here. Big Clan successfully deal with a very flaccid first round out of the players.
Okay, well, you know, keep trying the same thing over and over again, and it finally pays off for Faven. So, lucky boy. Gets a bit of action, doesn't just have to rotate. And realistically, that's one of the things where stats don't always tell the whole story of a game, right? You need the context of, oh, which bombs have they been hitting time and time again? And going in and retaking a site when you're in a number disadvantage, that always sucks. That's never a fun position to find yourself in. So make sure you add that one to your little HLTV forum comments, guys. So here we go again. Magic number this time is 22 as Axel has been quickly forced on back. Smoke does the same to Searson, so the smoke and mirrors game continues, and that's a nice little scuttle on down. Anthony's taken a chunk of damage there, bullets and nade.
Tizian to be tested middle. They could boost. Hobbit implying he wants something. Staring at his teammate, but they are going for a mid to B split.
This is different again. They can leave Searson over towards the scaff position and rotate a 2-2 defense here.
Crimbo flashed in. Oh, but Hobbit was anti. Deliberate or not, it's a lot of pressure now. Faven, can you deliver? The answer's no. Axel Crosshair in the perfect place. Tizian trying to be the hero, and what a shot! He snaps into Shiro, keeps us in a competitive environment.
This is huge from Hobbit, though. This is the rotation. It's completely locked off here.
Missed his shot, did he? No, Hobbit's low. 4 HP, they're both low. You could use a USP, but Tamsin's going to have so much to deal with here. If he can just be in the blind spot, maybe he can isolate Nafany. Oh, hello.
I mean, spotted.
Yeah, he gets it. And now, with a deep flash, he could progress a little deeper towards those B stairs. He's got all these nades. He's just picking them all up. Intus is going to burn if he's not careful. It will spread. Responds, gets the frag. They need to defuse, though. They need to defuse as soon as the flames fade. Searson down. Tabson holding. Hobbit's going to run him down in time. Oh, wow. What a way to finish. Hobbit 3. Everyone down and out in that round.
That grenade from Tabson onto Inters was perfect.
Yep.
It did so much damage.
He got 12 HP. The molly forces him forward. I mean, that was such a unique Counter-Strike round. I almost just want to watch it again in slow-mo, but yeah. How did Hobbit not get flashed was my first question. I didn't really get answers in the replay there. Like record-breaking tweets.
Look, it's utility that wins this round, like almost completely there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that molly is what made so Tabson couldn't sit the defuse. Otherwise, he could have just stuck it. But here we go. Who's going to walk away with the round lead at half?
Hoo-wee.
Something's got to give, right?
Yeah, right.
Boy, Tabson has 693 utility damage and Inters has 800.
Sounded like you said 800.
800.
Wow.
802 to be precise.
Damn. I mean, I think anything close to 1,000 is usually the sign that you've had a crazy game. 800 utility damage. 4 of them gathered here on ramp, so much more back to the standard playbook. Wow. Okay, Searson, well rehearsed on his clears, catches Hobbit poking his head out of his front door.
They've just used some utility here, so they need to do something with that. I know that you heard the extinguish, but those nades to try and facilitate a bit more of an aggressive stance. Searson up, at least he's facing from this position. Might catch one off guard.
Oh no. Axel does go down, but Shiro catching Crimbo, and that's so perfect. Tizian just doing the dance. A double flashbang in the face of players, and it's cleaned up. 20-19. 2 CT rounds secured, so the bar set for Big Clan.
Not only does Inters have 805 utility damage now, he has 29 effective flashes, and for Tabson he has 34. So they're doing a lot of utility work, these two. And they're both towards, well, I would say the top of the scoreboard. We are in OT. Both players have a lot of frags here. 26 for Inters, 34 for Tabson. On the other side is Axel with 32. He's cooled off a little bit. Here we go.
Look at that flash. Just 2 of them with their hand above the face. Round lost on the back of a single $200 grenade played to perfection.
Number 22. If we go 21-21, we go again, and we'll have an ad break first before we get into OT number 3. So keep your eyes tuned, all peeled.
I hate the idea of peeling my eyes, to be honest. Last time Searson was firing off shots through the A ramp smoke, they all in B.
And last time they did this boost, it didn't work very well, but there was 2 at B.
Hold your nerve.
So they've cleared close with those nades. Now he's up. He can scout quickly here.
Yeah, off the flash, surely. Axel fired off some shots. You know he's going to be close, but he does bide his time.
I don't know if Axel is aware that Faven's so close, but they're leaving him to lurk. They're not actually using this to execute.
This is like parking a player in Connector or Mirage and then hitting B.
I guess the thing is, maybe if Faven his footsteps, then he can go into the site and kill one in the back, but they need to pressure A, and time is the biggest issue. 35.
Oh, wait. If Axel goes any further, he could be susceptible. But they've got at least...
Too late. I feel like they have to go A.
Yeah, they're going now. Shiro's got a smoke for that. Boys, where are you going? 20 seconds. Now Faven's got one of the 2. There's another
if they
player
go back,
there.
Axel's still here.
Axel's there. Faven doesn't quite finish the job, and this is a weird one.
Round's over.
13 seconds, Big Clan. You got to find a way in, and that's something, but the denial is still so imminent. You could just deny it. There it is. Yeah, Chad's not wrong. What a ugly state of affairs for Big Clan there. Is it easy to think to second guess yourself when it feels too easy to get into the site or too obvious?
I think the thing is, the thing that really stumbled across them there was that late sandbag smoke that was thrown, because it stalled them out. It was like, hold up, well, he's here, we don't have enough time to clear him, it's probably better if we just go B, and Faven got that kill. But yeah, like and it was Inters as the first frag, so I guess that makes him feel that maybe they were doing the setup where Axel was mid. We've already seen that, so it's not the worst of times, but it was a good play by players not to over-rotate, and his players again, Nafany onto Tabson, game leader on in-game leader action. It feels like players now, that's the breakthrough they're looking for, right?
Yeah, opening kill from Nafany in the feed, and it's on to Tabson. I mean, he lives and dies by that opening maneuver. He's died 33 times. You know, there's testament to his commitment to the cause. Wow, into long range, spots out the boost all the way from CT. And so time to regroup, retool, and try and apply some sort of overcoming of the numbers disadvantage.
I think we're going to see a repeat of the last round because Shiro and Nafany are still in these forward positions. Shiro's over towards Sandbag, Nafany continuing to jiggle from top of Crane and ramp, and if they go B, it's the one-bird combo of Inters Axar with Hobbit ready to chip in. So I would quite comfortably call this 21 for players before even seeing the last 50 seconds of play here. They'd have to miss some shots.
Yeah. You can see the reactionary use.
Like 4 smokes, dude.
What he was waiting for, and Axel does immediately knock Faven on the floor. One through the smokes, not much to celebrate. Inters is still on default. Inters is gone from default. Tizian catching him with the spray, but with 25 seconds left.
5 bullets.
5 bullets in that new weapon. And the bomb now down, but it's only Circe, and he hits it just as the flash pops. Oh, he didn't catch a glimpse of him. He actually wormed into the smoke. Now he knows. And they do too. Elevated angle, he has to hit this first shot. No flash, and he quick switched. It's not planted for him. It's not planted for him. It's not planted for him.
Oh, whoa, okay. The knives are coming out there. The no-scope's not hitting, the knife does, but goes the other way. Shiro will pick that one up, and now players just one round away. I think this is the first time they've actually been in this position, right?
I think Big have had 2 opportunities.
Yeah, so if I've been keeping track correctly, which I probably haven't, this is players' first opportunity to really close out the match here.
Great first shot out of Circe, and I think the sobering reality once they got across that default. And a nice loud celebration, Harosh from Nafany. Can they close it right here, right now? This has been a long first map of this series, and testament to how much is at stake. Big and players, both teams with the 1 win, 1 loss. Axile, they heard that.
Oh, he heard that.
See that? Yeah, careful. Your toes in your head, exposed. Favor's not having fun against Axile. Just a contrast in experience.
If you're going to be... Oh, there's another one back.
Whoa,
it's all falling apart. It's all over.
And they've fallen over their shoelaces, Chad. They've got jam all over the face.
Ooh, it's been a long game. It's
such
been a hard-fought game.
But to lose it like this.
Yep, not the way you wanted it to go down.
Tizian can try and change things. It's great to take Shiro out of the equation. It's better to catch the rotation of Inters. Nafany, however, is here to win the round, and I don't think Crimbo is going to be ready for this.
Oh, hasn't been cleared.
Yeah, that's nice, actually. Oh, Tizian not clearing his corners, and so all resting on the rookie in a 1v4.
Well, Axel thought it was clear because Nafany just was down there, right? So Crimbo, here it is. 3 more to find now. What do you got, young gun?
He's got a smoke. And he's been spotted. Great catch, ducks under the shot. Nice. Shaping up of a 1v4, taking the first 2. He knows they're going to be close. He'd love a plan, and that smoke should facilitate it. Nade could finish, and it does! Nasty way to go. A nice try, but there you go. Players will take the map. Vertigo was Big Clan's pick, and we do see it conclude.
What the hell? the brown bear? Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
Hey Future Pros, sometimes in CS you just want to get aggressive and take the fight straight to the enemy. I'll use this mid push from Astralis to demonstrate a reasonably good approach to get up in the faces of your foes on Inferno. It really helps if you're keeping track of the T's economy, as doing this against a fully bought T side will have varying results. This strategy requires 3 Future Pros, 2 HEs and an AWP. Future Pro number 1, you'll be the player who pushes deep into mid. As you make your way to mid, get your HE out and lob it down mid. This makes sure that if anyone does face you, then they will already have taken some damage. Make sure to push along the right side of the wall so you don't get killed by a T holding steps. Tuck yourself into this corner and listen for any noise or calls from your teammates. When Future Pro 3 has made some kind of contact towards T steps, this is your cue to peek out and hopefully get a free kill. After this contact, keep your head on a swivel, as multiple Ts could be about to flood out ult mid or T steps. Future Pro number 2. You will mostly be holding ult mid, but first throw this HE just as Future Pro 1 does. Once you have thrown your HE, it is possible for Ts to be close to you already from ult mid, so be ready for a fight. You can cycle between holding mid and ult mid depending on how the Ts are pushing. Be confident in your aim and quickly process any information you receive. Future Pro number 3, you'll be holding T steps from the top of mid with an AWP. Your role is to relay information to your team and act as support so your fellow Future Pros can't be singled out. And that's it. Going aggressive as CT is always a risk, but if you and your lads are feeling dominant, this can be a great way to control the flow of a match. It could completely fail as well, and if it does, I don't want to hear anything in the comments. Get some DM in instead and keep improving.
Name 3 CS coaches.
Amiran, Remy, and Amy.
Who?
Amy.
Who's Amy?
Amy guy. Serban.
He was a player.
Really?
He was a player in FPX.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a coach, huh?
At some point, yeah, but the last role he had was a player. It's okay, but there were so many coaches you could have said.
What was the first one?
Amiran. The coach passed in the junior.
Okay.
Amy, bro.
It's okay.
Name 3 things you throw on CS. Go.
Grenades, rounds, maps. That was good.
Name 3 people that you are smarter than.
Alex, Crims, and Keita.
I could see that one coming.
Name 3 players who've transferred teams in the last year.
Transferred. Dupree, Magisk, and Monacy.
Name 3 terrible video games.
Valorant, Elden Ring,
Fortnite,
and Fortnite. Elden Ring, I said. What is Elden Ring?
New game, bro. Everyone loves it.
It's okay.
Name 3 things people shout on TeamSpeak.
Can't say that. I've got nothing. Not safe for work. I don't know.
Offline and online. G2, Gambit, Navi. They were all wrong.
Gambit better.
Name 3 teams who are better online than offline.
Gambit, Heroic, LFO.
Nice. Very nice.
Alex, name 3 websites you visit often.
HLTV, Twitter, Facebook. There are other social media platforms that are available.
Name 3 items of utility.
Smoke, flash, HE.
3 things Hunter hates. The... I got lost. How do you say opposite of cucumber, the other thing? Pickles. Like pickles, mushrooms. And losing in finals.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up connector.
Hey guys, NIP here. We're gonna have to play a fun game where we have to guess whether or not the name that we say is a band or a CSGO team. It's gonna be exciting.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one here.
Yeah.
These nuts.
These nuts.
Is that a band or a CSGO team?
This is a really tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a CSGO team.
That's completely wrong.
Really?
That's a band.
That's a band.
Yep.
These nuts.
Yeah.
They're for sure gamers though. That's oh, that's tricky.
Fox Academy.
Fox Academy. I mean, that gotta be a CSGO team, no?
Is it your final answer?
I don't know any other brand that's called Academy, so yeah, I'm gonna go with CSGO.
Well, there was a band. I straight throw you a shady one.
Nothing but thieves.
It's CSGO team.
Other thieves.
No, nothing but thieves.
This is band.
Really?
Nothing, yeah.
You know this one?
No, of course. Nothing but thieves.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, bro. A band called No, bro.
No, bro.
Why would you choose that? That's more like a joke name for an open qualifier.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say CSGO.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said the same, but it's actually a
Oh
band.
my god, dude. Why, dude? Oh, I'm gonna start this amazing band. Let's think about a name.
No, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Let's take that, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You know, double pony.
Really?
Yes.
It's CSGO team. It's CSGO team.
Yeah. It's the famous one we played against.
Dark Tigers.
Dark Tigers, that's Czech team.
Oh yeah. Well yeah, so that is true. I knew that's the only team that I knew actually as well.
Yeah, that's a,
but yeah,
it's
it is. Okay, it is. That was the easy one. I wanted to give you some confidence again.
Lincoln Vikings.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
You guys gonna have to do better.
Yeah, we have practiced against them.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say bad. I'm just kidding.
Let me do another one.
CSGO team.
Lemon Dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there not? Is that one there? Oh, okay. CSGO team.
Yeah.
X twice.
Okay, guys, so we just finished this game. It was pretty enjoyable, I would say. I have no idea where these names came from, but it has been very fun.
Hello and welcome back, and I'm going to go over the key tendencies and strategies that can be found when preparing against FaZe's Overpass. Starting off on the T side, we first want to look at the key positions and who plays them. We should be looking out for Ross to be the outside B player, Rain to be holding inside a connector, and Twist as the A playground player. Now the first thing to watch out for is Brokey's Molotov or Smoke inside a connector, and that's because it signals a B-sided default. Rain never throws a Molotov or Smoke in this way when he's defaulting connector, so just this detail alone will let the CTs know if FaZe are focused more on B. The second thing to watch out for also in the connector is whenever this flash is thrown. Now this flash signals a more A-sided default where Kerrigan is also in connector and FaZe as a whole are focused more on getting control towards the A side of the map. Now over on the CT side, we also want to know the basic positions of players on the map. We should be looking out for Rain as the A rifler, Brokey as the A opper, Kerrigan and Twist as the B players, and lastly Robs as the B rotator. The last thing to look out for is this close monster setup at B. Kerrigan and Twist like to play this setup quite often where one player is playing anti-flash and the second is taking contact. Being able to break this setup will be the key to hitting B. That's going to wrap it up. Look out for these tendencies the next time FaZe play on Overpass.
What up, Future Pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break. But shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these two dots as shown and jump through the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of Short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the back guy. Okay. I'm on the back guy, too.
Oh, I didn't heal. I had 2 medis. There's so many little ants down there, actually.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh, guy below rush, below the water tower. I'll show it.
Yeah, good luck. Looks good. Oh my goodness.
Both.
Going.
So, getting pushed by the zone, going around the back. Yeah, I caught that on can to count.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go
here at the red heart at the back. Okay. At this red heart rush, the big rock.
Going.
In the water one.
I got the water.
In between the rocks. In the smoke, A knife returning.
I was just waiting.
I lost 50 HP and didn't get where I needed to get. So. We'll put that one in the blooper reel, I think, right? 2 lighthouse front door. I'm just going.
Okay.
I got no idea. Oh, I'm on 1, on 2.
Coming. I'm going for the goom.
Close to me.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh lordy.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear.
Who is it?
That's true. I don't call her a
Hector
first
as well.
name,
You're not calling her Anna.
I know you fear this.
Garcia.
That one, didn't I?
You did a foot in your mouth and a smoke in the red room. You see what I did there? I pulled us back in.
Oh, the 1xBet odds are going to pull us even deeper into players being the favourites in this one. And who would have thunk it as Shiro with his patented P250 splash?
It was nice hearing from the boys on the desk, Kassad framing it as well. They said we get the T-start straight away. We had it, of course, on the first map, but now we get to see players who only managed to accrue 6 rounds up against the Movistar Riders starting on this T-side. Sisson takes a gamble on that reposition. No info, Donut. And now info aplenty. They're coming in, and he is being warded off. Commitment to 8. Not yet confirmed, and it's going to be a click exchange. Hobbit gone, but not forgotten. Searson hanging out in the temple. You can see the restraint on this Axel A. Hall's lurk.
Oh, it's fully rotated right now for Big. Searson continuing to biff.
Yeah, and eventually it leads to a frag. Tabson's the one to pull the trigger eventually. Now, Nafany's poking and prodding Cave for a late rotate finish. It's a race. And I'd hazard a guess that it's Crimbo on Nafany to get this information. He's once again been set up for success with the Julies and...
Pistols akimbo.
Yeah, hey. Crimbo with pistols akimbo. And frags to come through for Nafany. Wow, great catch. Tizzy and low HP makes it at least even. Flash. Bit too deep.
tabseN's flank here. Yeah, this is it. This is what it's all going to come down to right now.
csgo wants to keep their attention drawn. He can't afford to go down, and he does. Inter's quick adjustment, and now very awkward fights for tabseN. They'll know he's likely rampant. He's hit the first, which makes it very awkward here for Shiro. tabseN, you're not brave enough to go for the full 10 seconds to Shiro, 3K, and secures the pistol for the boys. It couldn't got any closer. One-on-one, both sides, fights all over, even trades. It is the closest a pistol gets.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there from Nafany as well, right? Just to take back that cave space and then for him to collapse on out. This one here, it's a dicey move right there from Inters, but it's a good call to make. csgo can't possibly looking in both directions at once. And then the P250, yeah, the bullet perfect straight between the eyes. And now it's going to be 5 USPs and a HE towards middle quite quickly.
Does Hobbit get?
2.
Oh, they have really kept them humble, unless they were ready for Axile. We misallocated. It was Axile that was actually going to farm up and get himself a little bit of a confidence-boosting 3-piece.
It's a good eco. That's actually a really good eco, to be fair. The fact you're getting 2 kills out of that is tidy, and the reinvestment's coming in for players, but the investments for Big coming out as well. Now, csgo in these rounds tends to operate with a scout instead of an AWP because can't afford it, but on Ancient, he's actually operating with an M4, so this is curious to see. And with this setup right now, Faven is going to be the A anchor, so he didn't have a lot of action over there on Vertigo, being the B anchor. Let's see how much action he gets being the A anchor on Ancient. Probably not a lot, I imagine.
He has to do the jobs he's given. Just definitely much more of an inactive start part of the map.
Well, they are coming to his direction right now with the bomb, and csgo is a bit of a sleeper, right? He's hiding behind the tall box, so it might be a pounce here with some mid-lurk from Inters.
Yeah, and the role he has to play here, Faven has to act like CT solo A. He has to look like and react as if he was alone.
Oh, looks like he was alone.
He sold it.
Guys, we're going in.
Artisan draws attention. csgo should have a 3K. He could have a double at least.
The mop and bucket, aisle 12.
Oh, I don't like it.
Now he's just baited away Tizian.
I'm nervous. Awkward gets it. They're already through Temple. Crimbo may not check his corner. Oh, thank God. csgo has at least done his due diligence and forces them off the A site. Now, the bomb is lost. The CTs have control, and it's just a question of caging this CT push. Look at the angle Crimbo's opted for. It's less lethal, but it will be information safely.
Shiro's already come through main once this round. He's going to try it a second time.
Oh, very lethal. Never mind. Crimbo's handled business. Shiro decides he might go for another clutch. Now, he's already had one in the 1v1. Double kill to his name.
Where's he going? Where you going, Shiro?
Not sure what his plans are here.
Where you going, mate?
Hoping to arrive CT with 5 seconds to spare.
Yeah, look, he's going to have to keep the W key held. He can't be doing too much of the shifty boy business here. He's only got
shifty boying.
Yeah, 17 seconds now, Shiro.
Bro, and it's just
he's doing the I'm making it look like I'm going for it, but really I'm saving. Everyone's favorite. Him and James, they have a special club for this one.
Yeah, there is a unique club. But for a second there, we thought he was going for a round-the-world maneuver. It's not worked out, and Big Clan take the round, and
good damage.
He gets another one. Oh, having a pop and a squat there. You can see the corpses of the, the player that csgo let through, I believe it was Hobbit, does shut him down eventually. We can see this. I mean, there was a lot of opportunities for him to strike, and the way csgo handled it in the end, it worked out into a round. It was like round winning. Take down Nafany, and it was the second frag, this one here. Necessary. Could have got really awkward for Crimbo.
Yeah, silenced him for you. Not quite sure where those bullets are coming through, but a lot of damage done there, as we mentioned. So it's 2 MP9s and a FAMAS to meet the M4s that are, well, remaining for Big here. The other buy for players is pretty broken too. A Deagle, a couple of Galils. So neither team in the optimal situation here. But B lane control being quite heavily contested. You can see the smokes littering that right now. Top left-hand side of your screen on the radar, CT and T smokes. There's a cave smoke thrown, mid smokes as well. So now as it starts to subside, I just want to know who's going to be the Moppos for Big. I assume tabseN.
Yeah, I mean, I just love watching Hobbit exploit the responsibilities of that CT and mid. He'll make them keep them guessing consistently. Now, this isn't the best round to talk about it, given that they are regrouping and just going for a late pop out of the B long.
See, Crimbo on the jiggle, he has a smoke in his hand, right? So as soon as he takes any contact, he can drop this smoke and then play behind it. And if players execute without clearing this, oh, there you go, lucky they cleared it. They're coming through.
Oh, he's so ahead of it. He is so ahead and now in trouble. Nice catch. MP9 delivers, taps a nade as
through
well.
The boards, two kills.
The boards, Axel has at least leveled it up, but they don't have space. Sure, you've killed them. Rotates through, unconfirmed now as to how they have to position.
I can't believe you just got both kills through the boards right there. You can see the X's on the map as they lined on up to that 35 bullet spam straight through the paper-thin wood.
Good to have it bangable. Thanks, Volvo. 28 as they return to B.
They still have two smokes. They can smoke long and short here and just execute into the site, but they're opting to go contact through cave. So they can throw an easy one once you get into cave just here. Just pop it in, cover off short. But no, slow as you like.
It is just Searson now. Whole team, loud. Axel down. They have to disrupt the plant or keep the Hobbit bodyguard down, and they can't do either. A 2v2 established. Faven to try and play retake. Util dumped. Hobbit is now dead, and Faven's not doing well. Nice rundown. Tizian saves the Big Clan boys from a red face there, and it will be a loud celebration. I think they really do want to try and get under players' skin. I think the mental game is one that Big Clan are going to have to try and exploit as well. Ancient, this is players' pick for a reason. Very threatening with Axel through the boards, but Big force them to swallow their pride.
Yeah, this is the double kill I was talking about there. You can see on the X-ray them lining up, so he's fortunate to get that here. Curious to not use the smokes, right? Contact in, yeah, okay, you want to catch them off guard, hope that lulls them into a rotation or whatnot, but you didn't have the smokes down. They were happy to push on through, and that's one of the keys to success here for Big. So down to the pistols for players. Julius for Nafany, a P250 for Inters, Deagle for Hobbit, Shiro saving for an AWP will just find himself on a Glock, and Axel has a Tech 9. So you get a true smattering of all the different pistols that you can purchase right here. I think quite literally, actually. The only one we're missing is the CZ, right? So get a bit of everything.
Ah, lovely. Tizian gets to put on his straw hat. And Searson does as well. $1,200 injected very quickly into his bank account. And Axel, yeah, his fun and games never really got started. He was responsible to cage NEA aggressions and now finds himself at spawn with the bomb and zero territory. We can assume that this one will peter out into a Tech 9 walk to A?
If he just chills around here and starts to account for Searson's push, he could find himself a free gun, right? So if I was going to start to, and I know it's only an MP9, but it's still a gun. It's just the thing is he'd have to account for this, and the T-spawn push from B, not
too common.
Yeah.
Searson's not a knifey boy, is he?
I don't think Searson will even clear this angle. Oh, there you go. He will.
He's a knifer. 1,500. That's a very, very good round for the AWPer. Not only does he come in with $7,500, but he farms himself up a lovely haul there over the course of 2 SMG frags and a knife.
Well, we'll see both teams get out the AWP now. You can watch this eco bash here. Tizian thrust forward. This is the 2 MP9 kills you were talking about here under pressure, but the flash, that was good. And a timeout called. This time it's going to be from Groove. Just wants to have a little bit of a chat with the players before they go into this gun round. Enough for Nafid and Inters to buy, don't you worry about that. But just making sure they talk through all their options here. Now, Big are yet to play an Ancient with Crimbo. They've played it with Keto. I think I was having a look, it's like 4 times. And there was, the last 4 times they played it, they'd only won it once. Let's put it that way. That's probably a little bit safer to play my words that way. So a 25% win rate, what you saw, but none of that is with Crimbo. So we're going to see what he can bring to the table right here. And we know that this map has a CT side bias. So we're looking for at least 9 rounds for that of Big on their CT side. It was enough for Movistar Riders to get it done. Let's see if it's enough for the Germans. Close mid smoke, so not opting for the deep, and Tizian putting some bullets through. Limp the molly behind that. The thing is that molly will subside, and Hobbit can even play behind that smoke and link up with Inters here. They're trying their luck towards A again. Now they have a little bit of mid pressure. They have a bit of B lane pressure, and now they can start working on this A execute. This is what you want to do if you're going to work A, is make sure you're pressuring the other key points of the map here and keeping the information barren, which they've done a great job of. But is it a lurk? Is it an execute? Looks like they're just going to poke their head in here.
Haven's got caught out once. Can he find it on the angle again? They crouch under the peak. He's being swung on. Very scary times. Good bodyguarding from Tizian. 2 out of donut. Posted up. The AWPer looking for the glorious peak. Damn, Shiro tracks him.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was a Ferrari swing. Cut down quick.
Here.
Yeah, and there's a lot to be discussed here. Shiro knows he's susceptible.
Ready for that?
Shiro is switched on. And Hobbit catches Tabson. This is all players, the individuals taking and punishing. Searson here's enters and misses his quick scope. Won't make the same mistake twice.
Back to A they go.
Surely.
Wow, Shiro, he just got the message, he just got the memo. They're bouncing between both points here. Hobbit actually decided to go Donut instead straight towards Red House, which means that Searson's actually been able to get past. He can contend against this 1-on-2.
Everything that Shiro did could be for naught. Shiro's just going to have to pivot now. Bomb through Donut. Time is of the essence. Hobbit gets the info. 15 seconds, Shiro going through mid. Searson switched on. Both of them so alert. So alert. The smoke complies. He's going for the full commit. And damage so high. 8 seconds.
What are you going to do, Shiro?
He's not got time. Searson has won the round.
What?
This is so peculiar. Everything Shiro did for nothing. And Searson just outbrains the bunch.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, look, Hobbit, he went to Donut to secure A, but really, in that situation, he should have gone to Red House to secure the rotation. I think Crimbo must have been heard from Inters, right? I think Inters, the guy you see dying here, when he was up on B lane, may have heard Crimbo pushing spawn, because I don't know how Shiro was ready for that.
You know, Searson gets this frag, heads to mid, and as soon as he hears those steps, it's just like euphoria. He just knows he's got to slow and take the fight. Talking to taking the fight. Look at this AWP. Flashed off. Crimbo can end the round right here. Shiro, dead man. Bodies dropping. Crimbo, the master of 3. And just repels the invaders. No one left but Axel. And gone. Just like that. As quickly as they came, they leave.
So it was like a tilt type round into a clean sweep. So that is great for Big. Like mentally, they just had a really good pickup. And then as far as the economy and building a bank balance is concerned, it's even better. Another timeout called here from Groove. You can see he's just chilling. He's got his legs crossed. He's got his pen. He's got his paper. He's just going to try and run him through what the options are. Shiro, through virtue of saving, has a little bit less cash than everybody, so we'll see if he operates with a Galil or maybe a pistol, but they can buy. They can get the rifles out. They can get the util behind it here, and the double AWPs are equipped right now for Big. I think they're aware they're getting a bit of mid-space, because what Tizian's throwing is that, well, it's more shallow from the CT side, right? It's actually in the cusp of mid. It's not in the deep elbow part. So if he keeps doing that, I wouldn't be too worried about scrimming through if I was players with enough suppressing flashes. I think it would be something I'd be relatively confident in trying. They're not going for that this time. Donut, Infinity Molly, and top Red House Smoke, the standard stuff.
Tabson's feeling himself here. He just goes for the fight, and it leads to Nafany's demise. Another double in the feed for Big Clan.
That was way too simple, wasn't it? Just 2 duels. He just got 2 complete fights there, and now it's Sirius's turn. He doesn't miss these.
Yeah, he's never going to miss those. He gets to jump for the info and peek on his own discretion. They're walking in. Just a bit shy of the flash, and now he is in trouble. He will be burnt out. Smoke to respond, and oh, Tizian's death does surely seal the deal. They know they've got him cooked. Cornered. Shiro doesn't want to lose the bomb in an overcommitment, but he is taking it ledge. Searson's not ready for this. Hobbit deals with it, and so a competitive approach. 2v4 becomes 2v3.
Crimbo's done this before. We just highlighted it earlier where Shiro caught him off guard, and he's going for it again. And the cool thing here is players like to play these mid-rounds, right, where they will rotate back through quite frequently. So the good thing is, for Crimbo, if it was a B play, he would own them. The issue is, it's not a B play whatsoever. Shiro in Red House, Hobbit applying some pressure now out through A main. He's flashed forward, he's making some shots, and that baited Tabson in, who's found another.
Can't believe Tabson wins that duel. Shiro gets all the info and the element of surprise, and NK, I definitely think this is part of his game plan. I know casters like to give you way too much credit when it's not always due, but I'm just saying, I think he's well aware, you know, that the players are fragile right now. They were unsatisfied with their performance. They picked up a surprising loss yesterday, and he knows that this is the same map that they were probably analyzing and frustrated on previously. We had 3 players absent yesterday on this map, and now you're back. You're starting to pick up pace. You want them to hear how much you're enjoying it.
Yeah, that's true. The Movistar Riders were loud as well, right? I think that's just more nature of how they tend to celebrate, but yeah, it definitely pays in, right?
I don't think NK's had his voice this tuned in their previous affairs. Maybe he knows that this could be just that little extra to get them across the line. Now, Faven, this is a lovely angle to take. It's good for information. It's good for a good early frag. That is if Tizian is safe to hold a halls. Now, with the setup, with the buy, he shouldn't have too many issues other than being run down by a pace change.
It is Inter's flash, which could give them a go, but I don't know how he flashes from this position to permeate a spot like Faven sitting in here of Temple, so it's going to have to be a jump across.
Yeah. Well, they do bait the shot, and Tizian's only got one. This could go wrong. This is going wrong. He's only got a USP, and he's being run down. Now another one down. Searson's at least kept it level. That's a bit of an oopsie from csgo. He's walked straight back into the scope. Searson's getting free roam rather, to find the frags. Now, he's not got any hope, his Hobbit. He's cleared B. And tension drawn to that rotate.
tabseN's got this one locked.
Yeah.
He's not even doubting himself here, just hiding and using the jut of the wall here to give himself a bit of an orky angle for Hobbit to clear. And there you have it. Nice shot there from tabseN, continuing to do some work. But Sirison, I think, is the key right now. 12 kills for him, right? If this AWP continues to find a lot of impact here on Ancient, right? There's a lot of long corridors where it's good, right? Obviously, you can see him when he gets out towards middle, or you saw Faven AWPing in towards Donut. You can go aggressive A main with it. If you really want, you can start doing run boosts. You can start doing the run boost and get him over towards Ledge and Heaven, peeking down towards the B lane. You can play passive over towards B. So if he's feeling it and he's flowing with it, Alex, this is the third timeout already from players. That's 3 timeouts in 9 rounds of play, and we're about to go into round number 10.
Yeah, Ancient at the moment feeling a little bit like the start of Vertigo, but we know how that managed to boil on out. Admittedly, Big Clan gave them a way back in. A couple of unforced errors on their part. Gave players the confidence in the individuals online. csgo definitely has showed up. We saw him close out that pistol and continue to be a threat with 11-6. His scoreline embodies that, but at the moment, absence from Nafany, absence from Hobbit.
Need a few tricks here, right, to try and activate that of Nafany. We know that Hobbit can work out mid when he is given the room and the space to do so.
I do think it's interesting. Yes, the Hobbit's lurky smoke that I've been such a sucker for because it does neutralize red room holds. Tizian's counter is so simple. He just
negated it completely.
Throws a smoke on top of it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you can have that. I'll just have a better one. Yeah. There you go. Like look what it does to Hobbit. He has to either go through and start clearing from scratch.
And that means that the B players, during all of this while they're taking B lane, don't know if a player has jumped up Heaven and wants to take that fight, right? So
it's messing their default up.
Yeah, they're going to have to adjust this, and that's going to be up to Hobbit to vocalize. Now, I don't know if they already have. It looks like now they've completely left B lane, so they're aware of how susceptible they are to that type of a play. That's going to put all their eggs in this basket of mid. Now, they do have the number advantage here. It's a late mid take now, so cut out Molly, Red House smoke, but it's still double AWPs, right? So Faven or Sirison can find one and then poke away quite quickly here. 49 seconds on the clock, so we've already whittled through more than half the time of this round.
Yeah, and they've got nothing to celebrate but mid control.
If they go A late, like Tizian's position, he should be good to stall out Axile, and then he's going to be in an awkward position to clear because as you enter A from Donut, you have to worry about A main, Temple, and CT.
Yeah. Really brutal. They really are light on time here. I feel like players' clock has been another enemy, like the 6th man that's been besting them here. 20 seconds, lads. Faven's going to be on the way. It is only 2 players to defend, but Tizian can disrupt.
He can just stay here. He doesn't even need to peek.
He's gone. And that should be a player's recovery. Yeah, they're already cowering for a save of the double AWP. And well handled. There was a couple of ways that could have gone wrong. The opening pick, though, completely converted.
Yeah, that's the M4 not besting the AK right there. You get the dink, but not the kill onto Axile. That could have been the frag, and everything would have changed in that one. So they will grab their third, and there's the adjustment, right? They just don't want to play B lane. They just don't want to play B lane at all. We're happy to go late through middle here. We know that if you use a lot of utility mid and B lane early, eventually when that subsides, you have to kind of sit on your haunches. And this was a good opening here from csgo onto tabseN. We saw him win an easy fight from there before, so going for that same trick hasn't paid off twice.
And you can see how that could have spiraled, right? Dink, the who's there, and AWP misses his first shot. Suddenly it's a double and you're in main, stopping all of that funny business. It's the smallest margins. We will see, though, the round concludes. Third now on the board, and a necessary one for players if they want to post a competitive half here. It was a 7-round run from Big Clan.
That's nice. That is very nice. It's given them a bit of a buffer as far as the cash is concerned too. So with the saves, they get another full buyout now, and next round with the loss bonus, there is only going to be sitting at 1900. They should be close enough to get something at least threatening. But the thing with Big is they tend to take the more conservative approach. So we will wait and see. It depends on the saves too. But a lot of responsibility given to Tizian here in mid. Like, he's had help a couple of times, right? But more often than not, it's just him. So he has been tasked with an awful lot here just to control this one area of the map. And sure, it allows them to bolster B. Sure, it allows Syrison to float around the map a little bit more so early. There's some teams you see who start 3 middle, and then you rotate 1 donut to A, you keep 2 aggressive mid, so... Oh.
tabseN, very much determined to maintain mid control, lets Tizian soft rotate by dropping out of cave into mid.
This is an adjustment, right?
Yeah.
If they played 2 in donut, or if they played a sleeper in donut here of tabseN, could kind of foil their plans.
Really cool adjustment, because it looks like players are going straight back to the same play. They want to fake it out, flash out. Smoke is the same feeling, but with a different setup. Tizian trying to tap a couple of heads on the cross. No traces with the silencer enables him to take those more ambitious attempts.
Nafany's pathing is everything, and he is heading towards donut. I was going to say you could jump up Tetris over towards B, but it's the same play, almost.
Yeah, it is, and tabseN might go off. Tizian actually wins out the duel in middle. They're not going to be ready for this now. Oh, they have completely not checked him. And the double. It's the freest double tabseN's collected. Bomb lost, likely the round, unless Inter's feeling like the hero. Posts his 4th frag, but walks into the scope of Faven. And with 18 seconds left, bomb to be retrieved. Axal's hopes and dreams fading.
He's locked in. Syrison's over towards T-spawn already at the totem, so this one's done. Yeah. Thing is, if he goes down after time, that is the worst case. 5, 4, 3, 2... Well, he'll survive, and he even gets a kill, so could have been catastrophic right there, but turns out okay, and can't get to the AWP quick enough. But an immediate response back, so that's 7 in a trot. There's a hiccup, there's a speed bump, but we're back in cruise control.
And how much would you credit that to tabseN's mid-round adjustment?
It was a great little adjustment, wasn't it? Yeah, so the fact that they did try to run almost exactly the same play again, big, they're not going to fall for it twice. As double AWPs, really part of Big's game plan here. They continue to run it.
And I think one of the reasons that's been working for them
Good Syrison right now.
is that Syrison was typically leaning towards B. Okay, Syrison, that's really ambitious. I think he's just been spotted, but that doesn't stop him pulling the trigger onto Axal. That's going to really annoy him. And he's allowed to get away.
He's through. He's called his bluff. You won't be expecting this. They've just disrespected the smoke completely.
Faven will be posted up to at least acknowledge it, but if they do just pick up the pace, Faven's got to do a lot here, and they've been really nice with their flight paths. They can boost as well. Oh, he's going to go from nothing to everything. They can jump, bait the shot, pull the crosshair. Oh, gets it with the flashbang out, ready for the AWP, baits the shot, and now it goes down. Nafany has access to the sight bomb on the back of Shiro. tabseN through Temple has just missed Nafany's cross.
Good timing, though. He should be able to stall out this plant.
Most likely. Oh, yeah, Nafany did not consider the reposition into Temple. A counter flash is good. tabseN's a threat, baiting more shots. Shiro still in the chaos of it all, providing the necessary first. There's more required, and Syrison's too quick. 9 already in the bank account for the defense. Big Clan, they've come here to play today. And if they can close this out cleanly, players have got such a high bar that's been set by the defensive adversary. This gets scary.
And we have Mirage as the 3rd map, so going to be interesting to see how this one all shapes up on Mirage. Look, I'd have players as my favorite to pick up that map, but all in all, right now this is letting a lot of air out of the balloon. Losing a...
Is it making that sound?
Yeah. At the moment it is, and this is the thing, right? It is still quite the CT bias map, but players picked it, right? You'd be wanting to get a decent T-haul. Lots more pressure applied to Cave, so through the flak damage and even more to follow.
Yeah, I think 6 is usually a pretty damn good metric for a T-side that had its successes. Oh, lovely, lovely find from Syrison. The utility implies Hobbit coming through. Sticks around just long enough to pull the trigger. And 12th death for Hobbit, usually a very consistent fragging presence, especially on Ancient.
This looks very, very likely to be a B here. Nafany can smoke, they can molly, and then they can... Oh, Shiro, he's been able to find one.
Get that! Yeah, just parked up, catches it as it fades. Re-smoke now from Crimbo.
Well, Nafany can do the same trick.
He could even wallbang him. Doesn't think he goes for it, actually, yeah. And that reveals Nafany, but draws attention away for Inters to take down the AWPer. From the ramp, Syrison loses his head from the Galil. Big opening. Keep us in a competitive stead. That 4th round that players find compulsory. Faven's cut off the rotate just by parking himself in mid, just playing to contain. as Chad Birchall likes to put it.
Likely to be, well, definitely going to be the B finish now that Axel's come in through the cave position. But two of them, short and long, just poking those rifles forward here to take a fight on either angle.
20 seconds. They love running down this clock. It just makes me so nervous. 15, lads. Next jiggle is the fight. And Tizian says good night. You got to plan now. You got to plan now, and you've lost all your teammates. You can't win the round, Axel. You get the first two, but just by virtue of the clock, we have another round on the board for the Big Clan boys.
Yeah, this is looking very, very good for them now. If they can get 11-4, look, we know Zonic's law, but still, it's going to be a very, very good first half here for Big. And let's see what they have prepped for their T side. Might be able to pull off a little bit of magic here against players who rough time of things at the moment. Galil's 3, AK's 2, Util light, and away we go. Round number 14 as 3 players head over towards B. Hobbit in mid, and Axel, he's just going to be at spawn. That's where he spent so much of his time yesterday against the Riders on the T-half, just throwing utility to try and facilitate his players. Here's Hobbit, he's having a peek, he's having a fight, and he's able to get the kill that he was looking for.
Yeah, I mean, this does lead us into the pursuit of a fourth convincingly. It could still go wrong. Now, bomb loose, scooped up, and on its way back through T-spawn. They want to just use their numbers, Chad. It makes a lot of sense.
The only thing they have to avoid here is not being noisy in A main. And if they do decide to go through Donut together, they should, like Favor's in a position, if they went through Donut, he could probably get 2, but then he should be traded. Now that they're a bit more split up, it does come back to that sound cue I previously mentioned. So avoid that because it'll give enough time for Siriusson to get there to potentially respond. Maybe not enough time to stop them from getting to Temple, but enough time to be ready to make sure they don't get all the way to CT. They've actually just called B lane clear. So here comes the rotation. Time, it could be the problem again for players.
Oh, if Siriusson gambles and just leaves mid open, which is the right call, he can be there to at least support. Smoked off, implies a commitment. Faven's ready as well. And Siriusson trying his best to delay, but already so low, so low. He will go down to the spray. Just 2 more to find here. Yeah, Faven's there. It's up to Tabson to be an absolute madman. Only the first found, 4 secure. And it was a team ace, every single member providing a nice frag from the players.
Yeah, nice, good stuff right there. That was handled right, and you could see where it was going to go wrong, but they accounted for the, well, only place that Siriusson can find with that AWP. He's had to take a risk as well because he doesn't want to allow them to fortify in the site. If he'd rotated through Temple, it would have been some angles that they were already close. Big box, maybe a couple of harder fights that he didn't want to have to take. But that one all comes down to the timing, and it felt like they had enough. But broken for the final round of play here. Pistols, MP9s.
Could get fruity. Could get fruity, especially with nades like that. Shiro's aggression has been punished by a HE. And re-smoking for an aggressive maneuver. Crimbo. He's progressing in. Is there a flashbang for them? This actually is a bit sketchy. Nafany's in the right position, baited by the toes, but still finds the opening. Falling through the smoke. And again, that double entry's been secured through aggression.
Yeah, that's the difference maker, right? 2 openers. That should be the round done and dusted here. It is just these cobbled together pistols. It's very, very rough here to defend against these players who are hitting the brakes again, right? And it hasn't worked for them in a lot of the situations, but now this is where it's more desperate for Big. This is where they go, oh, well, we have to go for a play. We have to try and make a move. And as the seconds continue to sift through the hourglass, it's looking very likely like a 10-5. So it was a 9-6 yesterday, and then players still ended up losing. But I feel that this was going to be a little bit different on the CT side. It's not like it's been completely quiet from everybody who was no-shows yesterday. At least Axel's here to play, right? Hobbit hasn't dropped almost 30 this time round, but they've still been able to squeak through with... Oh.
He is such a rascal. Deals with the problem. Siriusson gone, and it is just a question of time, Tabson, unless he's feeling invisible. He certainly is visible for Nafany, and issues resolved. What is your take on the skeleton knife?
I like it.
It's sexy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the vanilla one is probably the coolest.
I wanted one, but I opened that butterfly lore, so I think I'll stick with that.
That's a fair cop as well. And so is that. We'll call it a 10-5 half, as discussed. Big Clan 6 rounds away from forcing Mirage. We'll get to see if this series will go the distance. Group C, this is a big game for both teams. Pun absolutely not intended. Players versus Big continues in just a moment.
Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
This is a big but, I cannot lie. I'm not talking about Virtual, I'm talking about 10 rounds on the board for Big. Now, they're coming into the T side. If this pistol does get converted, we could be looking at a very quick second half. Players unable to voice too many concerns, and we catapult to Mirage. Or we go the distance. One less round than they managed to accrue in the first half up against Movistar Riders. Maybe players can do something different here on the CT side. A lot of the frag discrepancies of yesterday don't seem to be here in the same way.
Yet.
Yeah,
this is where things really turned into the Shiro and Hobbit show, right? The two of them just putting on a blistering individual performance. But here's the B-Exact, happening at range.
Yeah, draws the crosshair. Good jump. Faven willing to take that first contact.
He's trying to bait them into inters, but...
Oh, that's why they put the P250 on Crimbo. He's getting a lot of extra pistol fun. Inters has made it interesting. Bomb now down already and ticking.
Smoke from Inters here.
Cave side. Tizian responsible for lane. This is going to be a Hobbit dance with Tizzy.
Is Inters going to smoke? Oh. Hobbit needs to chill. He needs to let these rest of his teammates activate here, Alex.
Yeah, he does. And that's coming in now. Axel, Shiro, Inters, all from short and long. They smoke off the ramp. Crimbo unable to contribute. Oh, Axel can't find the head. His teammates do. 2-on-2. There is a kit on Inters. They may not be ready for this. They have to push. If this click hits Tizian, it's done. Knocked off the bomb. Shiro,
out of ammo.
It's a knife fight, and it's over. Big take the T pistol by virtue of a quick plan.
Okay, well, that's changing pistols or swapping or trading pistols in this very map right here. But yeah, that one was extremely awkward there towards the tail moments. That top ramp smoked sure, but there was 3 players who they had to deal with from Cave, and they just couldn't get enough done there on the way back in. Players, they're going to go for a 4-spy. I see a UMP in the mix. I see Shiro dropping across an M4 to Nafany. So this is extremely desperate right now. You were talking about us getting catapulted to a third map if things were picked up by Big early. Well, this one will really send us there. Quick, smart.
Faven's really quick. I love that. Just going to condition the CTs that they have to acknowledge and punish that gap in the donut cross, because he's just going to walk through. Nutmeg, perhaps. Crimbo lining up for a donut smoke, so...
It's just Axel here right now. Hobbit's leaning B. The other three of them are in B. So
I guess they're just gambling. Yeah, this is going to have to be all on to a very smoked-off Axel in Temple.
He can't do anything here.
Ugh.
He cannot do anything at all. Has to wait out this smoke. They're rotating in.
Could still go wrong. Could still go awry. And nice. Problem solved. Axel late. Aggressive. You got to try something.
The hop off the step 1-2 right there. They'll try and retain this M4, and they should probably get the good graces of Big to be able to do so here.
Is there anything for Shiro to like be excited about saving?
I don't think he can scoop anything up, right? Because most of it is over towards that A site, so it's not going to get blown his direction. I think for him, it's just about applying a buffer for Nafany to hold on to this M4, because next round will just be this Deagle, the M4, the smoke, and the head armor. And that's not going to go very far unless they can set Nafany up for success. You can see right there, Jay, the gun watcher, has found the Galil. A bit like a bird watcher.
Yeah. Do you remember the other day when there was a nade that blew off the AWP at the same time? I was speaking to Jerry about finding it, and apparently it was just the most ridiculous of like combinations of consequences. The nade blowing as he died off the map. It's rare that we can't find those missing rifles, but it does happen in our beautifully unique game. So as you discussed, Chad has already kind of set the bar for our 18th round. Big Clan definitely are, within touching distance of that Mirage, and Big sending Tabson out for a lot of very confident space and steps.
Same thing they did on Pistol here. The difference when you see Big doing that, this smoke that's right in front of these two right here that Shiro's going to boost over, they're throwing the smoke as well from spawn. So it's the Molly smoke combo, the Red House, and all the flashes. So you're a lot braver to run out, especially against a light buy like this. We'll see what happens next round when the guns are out here. But it also helps that we discussed this with Hobbit taking that space to take the fight on Cave from two separate angles. It's not just going to be the expected B lane as you run up the ramp. And well, they've gambled correctly here. So last round, they put 50 bucks on black. This time, they put 50 bucks on red. And they've been able to outdo the stacks both times of players here. So Nafany not having any luck with these little gambles here.
Yeah, I think he's seeing red at this point. Going to be a bit furious as the 13th comes in with only a USP defending your whole site. Bit late now to be considering that.
Yeah, and here's the thing. As these rifles start to fortify the long side, they can peer around, they can fight, they can just stifle any rotation coming in. You can see players in a line.
They're doing anti-flash and single ready for the fight. There is no flashes to be concerned about. And we are already witnessing a very, very broken players. Yeah, just getting repelled upon the first contact.
The thing is, I think that Big have also identified they just want a couple of exits here or to see if they overstep the mark. So they've all just started to actually backpedal. Tabson dealing with T-Spawn now as well. So they're aware of what the play was. And as Tabson takes back this space, he's going, all right, guys, just come to me. We can save. Because we all have rifles, right? We don't need to give these away. We don't need to push anywhere on our own. Just come on back to the big man. I've told you where to be. I've told you where to stand. One will go off. Crimbo will survive, and there you have it. They don't give anything over, right? So great work. It's important, right, to keep rounds like this, especially if it was a game where players wanted to mount a comeback. So really, really good stuff by Big here. First outing with Crimbo on Ancient, and it's looking like a lock.
Yeah, I've got a lot of admiration for Crimbo, who's come into the deepest of waters in this competitive environment. You're up against one of the biggest names in your group. And he's just holding his own, holding his nerve, playing his game. Seems like a good find.
Ooh, this could be a big play here.
Now, Tizian is usually quite well drilled on his clears. But the bait of the AWP shots, yeah.
I've seen that setup before.
He was ready for it. Shiro ready to catch a swing, but Searson's good to punish, and they burn him out. A, open for business. Disaster has struck. Searson doesn't want to be the first man in, certainly scoops up any additional util he could find, and they are going to just reset this.
I like the call as well, because Nafany did start to float on over to join Hobbit here to fortify this A bomb site. It just leaves Inters on his lonesome over towards Cave. And here's the thing, the biggest issue for Big right now is picking a bomb site. Right? You have the number advantage, but you need to just go together to trade. Now, we do see teams put these feelers out, right, where they send one player in, but it looks like they are going to keep it by the book. And as they head back towards A,
Searson's been posted up to confirm that no one's looked for info. I think Nafany you saw kind of a couple of steps of the thought process that he is going to gamble A eventually.
Well, Hobbit's going to lure them in here, and that can activate Nafany. So if Searson, he's moved away from the line. This is Well placed.
They get them boost. Great headshot, bomb loose, confirms their suspicions. They're in the right place. They hedge their bets, and Hobbit sends 2 to the Shadow Realm. 3v2 now, man advantage returns. Good nade. 20 seconds, a dink, Faven low, all onto Searson. He needs to find Hobbit now. He's too low. The box, it's banged. Perfect from Searson. 3 frags and counting, looking to come up clutch. So much time has passed. He knows Inters is close. He knows it must be close. Inters, can he stop the plant? No. Searson would need to hit the flick of a century. Loud about this, and Inters not gonna fall foul to Searson. He saves the CT's players, given a gift. Hobbit a big part of that.
Yeah, massive stuff from Hobbit there, right? I don't know what made him throw that Molotov, but it was perfectly timed. It thrust them forward. He gets 2 massive kills there. It stalls them on out. Nafany activates, doesn't get the kill by bullets, but gets it done with the nade. And then they're able to get across the line here with only their 6th, but they're starting to work on something now. Players, they'll need to string a consecutive round off the back of that. And you're going to feel a little bit hard done by here if you are big. You did a great job early opening up the account. You had the number advantage, you regrouped, and just straight into that molly, and Hobbit doing a great little play. So sometimes that's the way she goes.
Ooh, lots of good damage chipping away as Inters as he's starting to heat up.
Oh, flubbed that one there as well. Tried to get the molly off that hasn't bounced in towards the lip of cave, so Inters can hang around. 2 players working through mid of Crimbo and Tizian. And this boost, do they flash here off the line, or does he just peek? There's the flash, but where's the peek?
Shiro, good restraint over the smoke. Eliminates the Steorping threat. Now, we have already seen that when rounds slow down, players tend to be able to keep their finger on the pulse. Very nice slow dismount from Tizian. Doesn't make a step, and Hobbit will be none the wiser. 2 advancing on his position, crouching in, and Hobbit good for it. Gets the information safely. Crimbo doesn't have any element of surprise, but he has the precision required. 45, they regroup. Oh, yeah, Axel does sweep back through to nullify the threat.
Oh, they're going into a lockdown here, aren't they?
You're cooked. Shiro, good. Big clan only really looking to get a plant out of this, and Axel's not going to allow that. Oh, clear and perfect play, just in the off angle. Recovery imminent here for players. It would take a couple more of those tests from Big.
Yeah, and this is the perfect map to be able to just go on a massive CT-sided spree for players. So if you were concerned when you were watching, you got to remember what map we are playing just here. Big did great in terms of getting the pistol, converting the forces, but this is where it gets very, very difficult. This is where the gun rounds, we're going to need to see something outside of the box. They need to take advantage of the tendencies of players. It might need a big individual just to pop off and get them 2 openings here, because they got stalled out on Vertigo as well. Now it is going to just be 5 pistolas, 3 Glocks, a P250 and a Deagle walk over into Axel's domain. And we saw him earlier get a full eco bash. Let's see if he can do it again. Alex Richardson for more.
That'll taste quite nice. And they will either stare at the smoke or accelerate through it. Here comes Axel's attempt to farm. Lovely stuff. It's going to be run down eventually. The Deagle, a bit of a surprise. And Faven knocked off the plant.
Oh, spoke too soon, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, that does tend to happen. 1 man left. And that's the end of Searson. So the round that could have had a plant didn't. And the score is now only separated by 5 whole rounds, 13-8 now. And remember, the gravitas of this matchup here, look, it doesn't have any immediate implications. We're not like, oh, these guys are out of the group, or oh, these guys are through. It's, oh, how deep does the rabbit hole go? Because things can get a little bit funky, right? Movistar Riders upsetting players yesterday has sent this into already a bit of an interesting conversation. If results continue to trend like that, that's where we really get to see how crazy Group C gets. Back towards A again. Tizian and Tabson both cop the nades. What if Big are just cursed because their 5th is never going to have a capital N like everybody else?
Yeah, I think that is actually the leading conspiracy. Okay. Well, this is completely unannounced. Now they hear the pin. Axel's in a prime position to still have vision. In front of the smoke. They may not clear him. It's It's all or nothing. Oh, jump down traded. Hobbit again. He loves this box, loves this angle, thriving in it. It's Tabson's sharp shooting that keeps Big Clan with their heart beating. And hope far from fleeting if Searson can get the bomb down.
As a smoke, Searson, if he smokes off CT, it would be perfect.
Don't go ahead of it. Oh, he nearly did. Nearly did. He's making me nervous, but ahead of the smoke is Nafany. Make or break time. Tabson's going for a round-the-world maneuver. Shiro switched on to the possibility.
Inters are still on B during all of this.
Yeah, can you believe it? But I mean... Oh, they needed that. Just the perfect combination. Nafany goes down. A right swipe of his mouse from Shiro to react as Tabson rounds the corner for 14.
There you go. Okay, so these are going to be hard to come by here. So they brute forced their way into that site. The fact that Axel and Hobbit only go 1 for 1, they were isolated in those duels. It felt like the attack was just coming straight for them there. So well handled for Big. They've manufactured a gun round. Just need a couple more. He can get across the line, and a big shot from Faven. He's been having another rough go of things here. Only 6 kills to his name so far, but that was one with some impact on it, right? You know, it's sourced up enough. Inters will hold on to this M4. I'm sure that Nafany would be loving a drop, as the loss bonus is only 1,400 next round. Hobbit could buy. Maybe it'll go to Axel, actually. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
I think that was... for Big Clan, that's huge. I'm not saying this is going to be over quickly, but after... losing the string of rounds they did concede, 3 on the trot. They wanted to prove to themselves that they weren't going to be having that long run in the same way they did on the CT Hall. This 3v3 solving for them is going to be a very good vibration.
Just quickly with that noise that we can hear, that is the last timeout now called from players. So they did the same thing on Vertigo and still pulled through. They called a lot of their timeouts well and truly before regulation was over. I think here Inters could even drop 2 M4s. He had over 6k, so he could have dropped 2 M4s right there, but looks like it is just going to be the one. Hobbit to buy himself, and there should be a gun available there for Axel. So they do piece this one together completely. As we are now inside the washing machine.
Good few red lambs in play. A lot of people bringing it back. I saw a nice one yesterday as well from John G. Keeping it retro, keeping it old school. Tabson. He's got a good spawn for the A side of the map, and you can see Tizian responsible for all that util dumping. He's going to keep Hobbit guessing. I say that, it looked like the flash implied he was going through it, but no, just a containment spray. No one taking the early pace.
Another A play here, and it's Tabson to seek out this. Now, Axel, he's behind you, mate.
Tabson, will you check it? No, no one's checking it? Oh, this is making me nervous.
The thing is, they can just walk in. Axel will have no idea.
Oh, he's going to check. And he's just seen 2 of them with their backs turned. The freest double kill we have seen in Group C.
That is very curious. I wonder as to why Axel's turned around there. I guess it's just a timing check just to make sure. But the fact that he's been able to play so hyper-aggressive in A main and get a double kill immediately has set players up for what should be their 9th now. Nafany's given one back over with some B-ramp aggression. So Crimbo, Sirison, and Faven with very little utility to operate with and so much time to sit here and stew in their own juices.
I guess the beauty of Nafany going down means that you are going to get a numbers advantage on the site. They're going to split 2-2.
And it's contact as well.
So contact in. Very predictable positions, as if there is the contrary available, but this is the fight. This is the fight they've been well drilled for. Crimbo knows when he's exposed. His teammate's supposed to be holding it. Oh, and Hobbit holds it in. Inters converts, and now Searson 1v4. 20 seconds. He's been given the green light to save.
A good spot there from Hobbit, right? He was playing between 2 angles, right? He wasn't hard over towards the left-hand side. He wasn't hard on the right-hand angle. Was just kind of crouched playing between both angles there. So you talk about Crimbo knowing what he's exposed to him. She's like, well, I shouldn't be exposed to that. Hold up, Hobbit. You're making something out of nothing there, and so Sirison as they try and chase. There's one. Axel's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Oh, dear. We'll hold on to the AWP, so massive to keep that one in his hands.
Yeah, you need to keep Sirison on his signature weapon. The Big Kreen is very much the weapon of his choosing. This was such a crazy way to have players get back in. You know, after Big just posted their T round, and it was an intense 3v3, couple of timings. That one just real hits a flat note, and this one will too. I mean, they're always going to be threatening. The individuals could click on some heads very nicely with their P250s and their Desert Eagles, but it does kind of hinge on Searson going hunting. If he goes for a cave fight, Inters maybe, yeah, okay, Molotov him out. Extinguish to keep Searson alive. Didn't get the full extinguish, so he doesn't even get to continue his hunting.
But when you know that there's an AWP available, right, this should definitely change the way that you play on the CT side. So you shouldn't be like sweeping into any areas like deep behind the cube, right, knowing that the AWP might be posted up on the box. Or if you're going to play in cave, maybe don't do the jiggle, right? Just little things that the AWP can definitely punish. You have to make sure you account for them.
Like the boost in cave. We're not going to see it, but you can see Inters and Nafni is posted up for that. Shiro versus Searson. That's a nice tight line. Mission accomplished.
Got one across here.
Play hot potato with the AWP. Oh, did he just... He has thread the needle. Crimbo checked, and there goes the threat. That was very threatening for a moment. The information implies that they could maybe try and fake B, get a plant out on A. Tizian's alone with a Glock.
I guess, yeah, that's a good point, because if the AWP is shown now over towards this B side and they're able to get a kill, then it is going to draw quite the hefty rotation. And actually, they haven't even shown anything, and Axel and Shiro are now clearing mid. So Tizian has an open runway right now to plant.
Yeah, and Tabson showing the AWP should be enough. Lovely from Tabson. He will go down to the second player long. Inters didn't actually
go down.
Commit.
There's the plant. It's going down right about now.
He's ready for the push. Oh, I thought the quick scope could have come through, but at least the bomb plant has been achieved. Big, getting a lot out of this, considering how it started.
If he had anything other than a Glock, I'd favor him. Oh, there's a Deagle here if he can find it. It's just there on the ground. Oh, it's only a USP. They even they hoovered it all up.
He'll just save the M4, or maybe he can grab the AWP.
If he'd planned for himself spawn, actually, yeah, he could have gone for something a little bit more aggressive. But he'll get the AWP back. So all in all, great round. Yeah. 2 kills, bomb plan, AWP still saved. All good.
But it's so funny how it worked out.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not how the typical one hero AWP round would shape up. Was that Axel unscrewing his silencer?
He was there. I think he was just making sure it's working. Just checking, just checking. He just wanted to check. Wanted to unsheath it, make sure that the barrel at the end's not clogged. But moments here of almost this one getting out of control. Nice 2 kills here from Tabson, prepared for the swing of Nafany. And this one here, you're right, yeah, the barrel was in the belly, just needed to pull the trigger. But here we go, back into the buys, just 2 more rounds still for Big, as we've now had 2 on the trot from players.
Business, Jaddy, this is it. Business end of our second map here. And they're going for a bit of a BX sec. You can see Tabson's going to have the responsibility of all of those goodies in the corner, dropping them up. Searson perhaps on the tail end to throw that stuff out. Couple of flashes to get rid of first.
They're stockpiling, aren't they? Looks like Crimbo's going to be doing the util job here. Come on, young gun.
He knows them all. And we're ready to rock and or roll. Counter flash. Will they peek off it? Yes, they will.
Nothing.
Absolutely fine on the vision front. Inters. No, they line up. It was nearly the triple. What a spray out of Inters. And a great shot out of Shiro. He's holding his nerve and he's holding his sight. Barrel betrays him. They know he's still there. There's so much time. The rotate's on its way. What's Crimbo doing? Advancing into the fray for Hobbit. Hates it. Can't overcommit with that. Gets a nice deep smoke off and he wants to draw the fire. Searson is down. Shiro sticking around. Well handled. Really nice management of that defense. And I do think that Nafany's Hirosh is indicative of how much at stake for players here.
Yeah, getting this done as a 2-0 after being pushed all the way, that's going to be huge for them. If this goes to a third, that's where things we continue to have the conversation about being rough over there. Now, this was great from Inters, just playing everybody's favorite little cubby. Gets himself 2. Actually, that could have been a real problem, right? Because if he goes down with only 1 there, Shiro, what's he up to now? 26 kills, having a great game. Axel 2. And Hobbit will finish things off. And out mid we go, quick with pistols here. Favor's already in towards Donut.
Yeah, that is a nice pace change. He's not going to get flashed. He is going to be forced off, but Shiro, an uncharacteristic miss, leaves time and space for the quickest of the rounds. We've seen it's only Searson and his Deagle up against the whole team. And he goes down, fighting. 12 now to 14, and we are at the real pointy end. You can see just how many rounds it's been.
Do you take a timeout if you're NK? Well, there it is.
It is.
There it is. I was going to say, because, yeah, you've allowed the boys to play for some time. They've had this lead for some time. Now it's probably an opportunity to either just breathe and relax. Guys, we still need 2 more. Or here's a suggestion, right? It looks like it's a little bit of both. The coach is doing all the talking here, trying to give them an idea to get this one across the line.
The old Big Clan had issues with closing. This is not the old Big Clan by any stretch. In fact, with Crimbo joining the roster, now Tabson and Crimbo have somewhat of a kind of a first and second in command. type of vibe. You throw NK into the mix. You've got a lot of voices to try and resolve any of your mid-series dysfunction. I'm intrigued by Axel's choice of an AUG. I wonder if that suggests he's going to go for something a bit different in his A defense.
Yeah, it could be more retakey. Definitely a possibility here. I don't like the fact that I'm feeling like, hey, turn to Sirison for an opener, but it does feel that way a little bit. Tizian's actually ahead of this early util quite swiftly, mind you.
He's definitely going to be paranoid about that post-up, but this is where Axel's gets the freest of frags. He's mixing it up nicely.
It's under purchase still, I think.
Yeah, definitely. For fights like that, you just don't get a chance. Tizian didn't even get to fire a bullet, didn't even touch the mouse one. And now, there could be more. Crimbo. The fact he's showing presence in A is actually really good for the Big Clan project, and I say that as they actually all look to head back to join him.
The thing is, they've got max loss bonus here, right? But unless they can guarantee themselves a plant, they really should, I'm going to say it, probably just save. Well, because, right, like...
Yep. Yeah, makes sense.
They're going to go for something here, but it's like next round, unless you save the AWP, you're not getting it. Well, look at this push.
Oh, he's given them a lovely shining.
You'll take that.
Light at the end of a very dark tunnel.
You'll take that.
That forces them into now essentially a 4v2 on either site, should they commit together.
There's so many gaps here right now, A main and Red House.
Yeah, Inter is considering it, Shiro is too. Hobbit can arrive from Donut as well. Crimbo's been given a lot of freedom here. It is going to be held. Goes for a really nice long-range headshot spray. Shiro quick to swivel.
There's one more. Tabson's unaccounted for.
You're right. Hobbit's going to be focused on the site. Shiro, too, is actually pushing into it. And it's Hobbit that's good for the double.
I know where Tabson is. He took a fight with Nafany.
Oh, and he's caught the nade through the flames. It's all done. 13 secured, and they lose everything for it, Chad. Time to count the pennies. Whip out the abacus, because I think as Nafany screams, they know they're in touching distance of taking control of this game.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? They can go for another half buy here on Big, but if they want to have the AWP for Sirison, if they want to have the AKs for everybody, they're just not going to have enough. And another big round from Hobbit here. He was relatively quiet within the first half, but he's activated and he's joined the pack. We have the star trio of Shiro, Axel, and Hobbit fragging on all cylinders right now. Inters and Nafany bringing up the rear, but to be expected with the more supportive pieces of this puzzle. But can they brute force through with pistols alone? Have enough for a cheeky little exec here. It almost worked for them last time, right? It was just the Inters double that really stalled it out. So maybe give it another crack.
Oh, yeah, Shiro misses his first opportunity, and there will be more. Right down the gullet. Great nade. 3 to receive. Early cave info acquired. They've got push off the flash. Where is their health? Where is their team? Inters another double from his cubby. And there you have 14-14. We're all tied up. This is a 10-5 half, quickly becoming something very similar. There's certainly a bias for those CT sides. Another run of 6 from players here on the defense.
All right, guys, you can participate at home in Twitch chat right now. Give us a POG champ in chat if you think this one's going to overtime, or give us a Keck W if you think this is going to get done in regulation for either team. We will be polling your results. Rushley is on the hotlines right now, calculating them while observing the game. You might even get him to pick up your calls.
Okay. Different setup. Big definitely looking for something new, some new flavor to this T side, because right now they're giving a lot of information away. Exile here to play today, home in A, and now Shiro in every shot he takes. Big Clan dilapidated, completely lost. Lost full. You got 70 seconds. You got 2 HP on one player. That's the what's left, the remnants of this Big Clan T side.
Yeah, just expunged from round number 29 here. And as you take a look, it's been 7 on the trot. Well, I'm accounting this round's done, actually. It's been 6 on the trot, about to be 7 on the trot, and likely to be the 16-14, because as mentioned, the max loss bonus, it's been in play for some time. But without the plants, without the bomb going down, you don't get the extra cash. You just don't get the extra money that you need.
Oh, Tizian. He's been put in an impossible situation.
Look at how much they've accounted for here. Let's just... Inter's waiting if he comes back spawn. Nafany so passive, he can't push CT or Temple. And then Shiro watching Donut, right? This is the position we were just highlighting.
They've given him a play area. Like, it's like your parents. They said, okay, you can go anywhere here in the pub garden, just don't go over the fence.
Oh, he's starting to go over the fence.
Young man.
We said...
I said no bombs in the playground. Yeah, I thought so. 15-14. Glad I didn't finish my sentence. And we are looking like a fully recovered players is the hottest of the topics. There is not much more for Big. They've had so many rifle rounds that didn't go to plan. Now they're going to have a soggy biscuit of a Galil and a bit of nading. Let's see how far it gets them. Maybe OT is going to be the best case for Big Clan. They're up against all the bells and whistles, backup AWPs, double AWPs available. Axar's even juggling it over to A so we can have both to play with. That's so naughty.
Quite a few Keck W's, I think, Alex. I think the Keck W's have done it.
Okay, Keck W wins, and they're going for something quick into Axar's AWP. He's got an AWP now, they scream. Tizian down. They need to run him down. Going for jumping shots. He might take another. Faven delivers. Panicked. Tabson trying to do utility. Punished again by Hobbit as in the open. Shiro rotates through Temple. He is there, and it's Big that need to say their prayer. Because he's a threat. 33 frags and counting. Everyone's here to receive you. You've got to clear your corners. They're trying to go for a plan. Crimbo punching in numbers already. Meets Hobbit. Shiro's there and call it done. Searson, a dead man. 16-14. What a recovery from players. 10-5 on the half. 10 to the good for Big Clan, but unable to get that machine back on track in the second half, and that's going to feel good. A recovery from players and a necessary one for this round of robin best of threes.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear?
Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.